Hey, is he making the fucking platypus?
No, but he was.
Somebody else's.
When we were at the show, they were looking.
SCU. You are now listening to Shoutouts Uncut. Prepare to be shattered with your hosts, Matt Baldwin, Skullface, Greg for Mercy, Oscar NJ Boy, T2RX6, Mega 81. Welcome to Shattered Cast.
Hello everyone and welcome to Shattered Cast Uncut, episode 42. We're 42 and our relationship with our estranged daughter is getting worse, but her friends are getting more and more attractive and oddly enough, a little younger, but we're okay with that until our heart gives out. Right, Mom? I'm your host, Oscar Alonso, and I have returned after a month-long hiatus, more or less, whatever. And, of course, joining me is every member of the Sinister Six tonight. Four of them are still fucking intoxicated by their time at TFCon, while Mega 81 and myself were busy crying in our beds to sleep that weekend. So, of course, from clockwise, until I'm a little rusty, we've got everyone's favorite internet troll, my love buddy, and of course he was the bigger spoon to Matt's smaller spoon, Mr. Greg for Mercy.
We actually didn't spoon it, but if you can imagine it, if you can picture two eggs rolling against each other. It didn't really work that well.
That is gross.
The sad part is the photo of Matthew posted on his Facebook only showed one bedroom. One bed, I'm sorry. All right.
That's where Fearcorps was sitting. He was sitting on my bed, and then Bobby was laying on Matt.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sitting there going, you got to touch. Motorboat titties.
No, it was actually eye-fucking me when I was trying to talk about some shit. It's kind of and he was eye-fucking me with the skull mask on.
That's right.
I could feel the eyes.
You were picking up some of the vibes.
As Bobby sat there to slowly notice that he hasn't washed a skull mask since the last Halloween party in 2005.
Long time.
So, of course, joining me, as always, is the other co-founder of the podcast, the one, the only, the bald Louis C.K. He is your dapper Duran made-up French word of fucking... I forgot the comedian's name. All right. Bobby Skullface.
I know you guys missed us this past week, but I can guarantee you it is not as much as we have missed Oscar, and I'm just happy to have him back.
Oh, that's so sweet. I'm going to pull these pants down and start fapping.
Turn on the video.
And, of course, speaking of fapping, his voice alone can make your girlfriend want to double-click her mouse at least for 3 hours straight. I mean, this woman will leave a puddle around the floor that you think your plumbing is leaking. He is, of course, the backup singer for Boyz II Men, the one, the only, Mr. Mega 81 Antoine Lewis.
What's going on, people? How you doing?
I'll say Colt 45.
Colt 45.
Racism! Hashtag Oscar doesn't care. And, of course, right beneath him on my Skype page here is, of course, everyone's favorite champion for Hasbro. The man that will nuzzle you in your sleep and go, "Hi, man, you awake?" And you'll be like, I am now. Why? What's up? Hail Hasbro, man. Hail fucking Hasbro. The one, the only, Mr. Matthew Creepy Legend Deluxe Baldwin.
Hey, how's everybody doing? I actually bought more third party this past weekend than I did Hasbro.
Hail third party, man.
Hail White Castle. There you go. Hail White Castle. Fuck yeah.
So, and of course, joining us tonight, he is Mr. TFW's Mr. Fix-It. He is the most reputable reviewer amongst all of us, whose credibility is slowly dwindling with every episode he appears in, and as well as it lets his opinion be known on. He is my love bunny. He is everyone's love bunny. But of course, who else am I talking about? Mr. T2RX6, Mr. Justin.
What is going on, everyone? This feels right. It feels perfect. I'm ready, Oscar. Take me now.
Where do you want me to take you? Oh, you meant by sex. Maybe later. So,
is that a promise?
Goddamn right. So, I guess, anybody get anything?
Yeah.
No, I didn't get anything this week.
Should we save Matt? Let's save Matt for last because his list bore the shit out of me.
I kind of got a list too, so I can go second last.
That hurts my soul.
It was an underhanded compliment. Well, I got the pink azalea,
Oh.
and I got the blue azalea. Just for anybody out there that's on the hunt for that blue azalea, don't spend more than $100. The toy's just not worth it.
Hold on now.
Ixnay, shut the fuck up, dude.
Oh wait, I just sold mine today. Never mind.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Never mind. Continue.
Sorry,
You may continue. I will allow this.
The toy. I'm going to say it like this: the toy is appropriately priced. The retail release.
Yeah.
Which is the one my wife wants.
Yeah, that is an appropriately priced toy. I got Ollie for $50. I'm not going to put the guy on blast because I don't want anybody hitting him up asking for it, but the guy did right by me and he knows who he is, and shout out to him. And I think that's it. I wanted to get, they had these two, I was going to even get Oscar one. They had these two cast prints from More Than Me CI. Bertram had them, and but like when they hit the table, I had to get behind mine, and then it was the Friday night rush, and then afterwards he was sold out, so I was pretty upset. But
Cast prints.
Yeah, they're awesome, man. They're like all the characters from More Than Me CI split up into two different pictures, and they're like just all standing together. Like the director just yelled cut, and like the cast members are just like hanging out together.
Nice. That
Yeah,
awesome on the wall
really
here.
So yeah, all I got was those two fembots and Ollie.
All right, Greg.
Boo.
I did some pickups for some people, so I got a lot more stuff. But I'm gonna tell you what. I bought at TFCon. It's gonna involve some pickups, but still, whatever. It makes
It still
me feel
counts,
better.
yeah.
Yeah. So I got 3 blue azaleas. I got a pink one. I got the surprise release announcement, whatever, the Toy World Grant, which is Grand Max, in like a in between Voyager and Leader scale. I got the bludgeon, the Perfect Effect bludgeon upgrade kit. I got a rifle for my masterpiece Rodimus that one of our listeners actually just came up and gave me. I got the Mega Moon Man briefcase for Brainstorm, for the Smart Robin version of Brainstorm. I got a BMOG from the third-party like display case. They just gave me a BMOG, which was actually pretty cool. I picked up a KFC exclusive, or a TFCon exclusive KFC Pestilence tape. I immediately turned around and traded it for a mint unsealed card wind charger, which then I turned around and sold, so I got my money back. That's what it took to get my money back on that motherfucker, by the way. I got Warbotron Swindle. Got Ball Gag Hustler for someone. I got
Hustler.
the render form Black Orion head for somebody. I picked up from Headmaster Don from RFC. Shout out. I got a carded Windblade, which I got signed by Sarah Stone. I also got one of my Windblade print I had signed. I got, let's see, what else did I get? I got print signed by Alan Oppenheimer, which was Skeletor and Sea Spray and all that biz. And probably my favorite thing I got. I picked up a Fake Busker's 3D printed, hand painted version of Voss, which was called Face Off. That's the fuzzy thing Matt was talking about earlier. I got something else. Oh, I got a sketch card of him from him, and I gave it to Kit. It's she's always sending me pictures of like obscene RC porn because she knows it bothers me. It's a picture of Optimus Prime reading an RC porno and scratching his head because he didn't understand what's going on. And then probably my favorite thing I got a copy of the script for More Than Me CI issue 23, Little Victories, which is the one where they meet Thunderclash, and it's like the whole movie, signed by James Roberts. That's probably like my most prized possession from the trip. I think that's it. I'm sure I forgot something, but I always do. But
talk about my list.
That's what I think I got.
Yeah, good stuff. Good stuff.
Some underwear and some socks and some peanut butter and jelly was ditched in Chicago, so I could bring all that stuff home. But I got it home on the bus. And just to mention it now, I am working on a written account of my trip there and back on Megabus and how bad it sucked. And I didn't have Wi-Fi on Megabus, even though it was advertised, so I couldn't post it then. So I'm just working on it, and it'll be up on the blog as soon as I'm done with it, as soon as I'm done revising it. So
Nice.
All right, Justin, what did you get?
Well, before the TFCon adventure, I got the Optimus Prime pen, who is pretty darn cool, I gotta admit. I got an Angry Bird Galvatron, just to see how that whole thing worked. Spoiler alert, not worth the money. Then at TFCon, I got the Pink Azalea. I got the Dr. Wu Rambo upgrade for G2 Sideswipe. Got Snapdragon and the Toy World Grant. So that is my little haul.
You got the Target Master too, man. I gave you that.
Oh, right. I meant to say that. I forgot. I got Ball Gag, and we'll figure out what happened to the other pair of that later on. So.
Oh, I got a matte tracker from Justin also.
I appreciated that sell there real quick. Got my $5 back.
Yeah, it's nice to do business with a guy that's about business.
True that, homie.
True that. Okay, so Matt, you want to go ahead or you want me to go?
Wait.
Oh, Antoine, yeah.
My
Sorry.
fault.
That would be the coffee. Sorry, bro.
Okay. Well, the only thing I got is the render form head for Tora on Orion. That's about it. Yeah. Go on.
All right, Matt.
That's it. Go on. Oscar, you can go, man. Greg had more stuff than I did, so I don't know.
I've been gone for a while, but of course stuff has been coming in that's been pre-ordered or I found occasionally in the wild, such as the Generations Voyager class Roadbuster, which is a toss-up between good and bad. Seriously, good and bad. I'm just looking at him now. My God, this is like when you teach your son how to play football for like summers on end, and he goes to play his first game and he thinks he scored a home run. But that's what this is like. I also got Leader Class Jetfire. Everyone on the Facebook has seen that video and how Kmart.com sent me a mitten box. But you all know how I feel about boxes. I also received Masterpiece Wheeljack finally, so I get to join the Cool Kids Club. Which is an amazing fucking Masterpiece figure.
Absolutely.
And I also finally got to complete my Feral Rex. But, yep, sadly, my Talon has stress marks on the back, and I have not tried the heat test yet, Greg, that you told me about. And I've been researching that, and it's just like, I'm going to fuck this shit up. But it's a good thing I kept those boxes in case something was finicky. So I might be taking them back to get them replaced. But I also got the other day, hunting in the wild, a Marvel Universe Infinite. And the only reason why I'm mentioning this is if you read your European Transformer comics, I got Death's Head.
Yes.
So, which is a really, really neat little figure. And he's not bad, you know. So, yeah.
I've not seen him in the wild at all. He's like, all I can find are the fucking Hulks and the Grim Reaper guy, whatever.
There's a comic shop that has like 20 of them that I went through, and I'm thinking they're gonna fucking try to scout me for like 15. I was like, how much is that? And the guy's like, that's like $10.29 plus tax. I was like, oh well, shit, man, fucking raping my wallet. Sure, why not? If you want, let me know. It'll happen. So.
If anyone's gonna rape anybody's wallet, it's gonna be me.
I'm gonna have to give you some money next week.
Huh? What's up?
I'm about to give you some money next week. You can give me that.
I could do that. I can shoot out there.
Scalper alert.
Scalper.
Now, was that everybody? Did everybody go?
No, it's my turn.
Everyone went, yes.
Fuck you,
oh,
Greg.
yeah, it's
Yeah,
Matthew's turn.
yeah, I have something to remind you of that I'm sure you forgot about. But anyway. Not AIDS, don't worry.
Oh.
Herpes? All right. What I got Trash Talking Cogwheel. Love him. Got from Greg's, I got Power Hug. He's awesome. I got the
No, he's not.
Yeah, yes.
No,
It's from Greg. I don't, whatever. I got my first little blaster. It's pretty cool. I got the Reniform, or the Azalea, the pink one also. Didn't waste with the purple or the blue one. I got Hexatron. I got
Hegemon.
Akir Starscream. Hegemon. What did I say? Hexatron. I'm sorry. Whatever.
You said Hedgehog. Okay.
Anyway, I got Starscream G1, the reissue 22. I guess he's from Japan. I thought I had him, but I didn't. When I got home, I was glad I didn't do that.
Yeah.
Yay. I got some G.I. Joes. I don't know why, but I got I got Cobra Commander, I got Snake Eyes, I got a Cobra Trooper, I got 2 Destros, Zartan, which was one of my favorites as a kid, and I got Serpentor. And I got G1, I got Pretenders, Octopunch, and Thunderwing?
Yes.
Which was a good find too, man.
I got him for $200.
Damn!
I looked around. He was going for $250 up to $275 in other
$200?
places. So,
Yeah, this is the guy who always accuses Bobby and I of being money bags, and we're sitting there, and he's like, "I just spent $200," and then he goes away again. He's like, "I just spent $170." I'm like, "Jeez, man!"
And totally on a humble, like, just came back to the room, like, "Yeah, I picked this up."
Yeah, I paid $100. I paid $100 for Octopunch.
Don't forget what he did when he came back with that Thunderwing.
Oh, we can never forget that.
Oh, I set my fat ass on the floor.
Legs splayed out. Legs splayed out, like one in each direction.
Like
just played with that fucking thing like a little baby.
Were y'all like, hell yeah, man, hell yeah?
What'd you tell that dude, Bobby?
Oh, this guy came up and was like, I was trying to, hustle my art stuff, and I was like, I got to do this. I got to do this for this, and also I got kids to feed, man. I got my 6-year-old, and I pointed down to Jane, and then I was like, I got my 33-year-old. I pointed over to Matt, and I think Matt's even older than that. I just fucking was the first thing that came to mind. And then I was like, and then I got my baby, so I got a lot of mouths to feed, man.
Yeah. But I got 2 more. I got 2 RD figures. I forgot the name. They were the jet and the race car. I don't know the name.
And Jet something.
Got them to almost completed my RID figures, and I got, like I said, I got half of the fucking Target Master. I got the one for Armada Starscream, and I sold the other one to Justin, and I got my best figure that I picked up, and I finally got him, was Sancho Barbosa.
Yeah,
and he is, like I said, I posted a pic of him, and I hate the fucking company to death, but this is a solid unit.
I told you, man.
Fucking solid. Pointy as shit. I could have stabbed Greg with this motherfucker, and it wouldn't have done anything to that figure. He would have died and bled to death, but that figure would have fucking made it out of there with no scars. I really do. It's a good figure. Up.
I was actually the first person to defile that figure, even before Matt, in a cramped Chicago hotel room, and that's a pretty fucking solid toy. I don't have a place for it. I would hate to buy it and sell it.
Yeah, I just transformed it today, and last night, but it's a great figure. If I could find something KFC did that again, I would probably buy something else. I don't want to get the other sharks, but anyways, that's what I got. So yeah,
and don't forget now, everybody who was in Chicago got a Autobot coin purse from one of our listeners.
Oh yeah, from James. Shout out to James. That was a nice little gesture, man.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
And also, my oldest daughter, got a ton of free shit from like everyone in Artist Alley. Like, ended up giving her like multiple prints before it was all.
Yeah, she got a little My Little Pony thing, didn't she? A Transformer.
Yeah, she got that. She got that. She got like 8 or 9 prints.
Nice. Oh, I got a print from you too. I got a little, the smaller one, the Soundwave. Bought
that I tried to give to you.
Yeah, but I gave you $1. It's all right. Lisa loved it too. He's really good. I'm like, yeah. I need to look this man up. He's great at what he does, and he fucking works hard, man. He puts in that work.
That I do. That I do. That I will take credit for. Everything else, I'm not going to. Also, don't forget to if you shout out to those who got a T-shirt or a hoodie or a bumper sticker or whatever from TFCon. We'd greatly appreciate it. We got a ton of new likes from TFCon, so this will be the first time for those listening. I'm guessing. So make sure if if you want a shirt, we got that. And if you want a hoodie, we have that as well. And if you'd like a bumper sticker, we have that. And if you have a fridge that you're like, this is just too goddamn plain for me, we have a sticker that will take up about 80% of it, or magnet wrap. Yeah, so we got one of those too. And without further ado, I'm gonna give it right back to Oscar and get into these notes.
So, lack of movie show news, Transformer news, conventions. We already covered that. Hell, there's a 30-minute podcast dedicated just to TFCon. We'll go to third-party news. DX9 updated add-on kit for Evasiom Optimus Prime, the movie figure. And it looks okay.
Yeah.
if you don't have an Orion, this is not a bad replacement, more or less.
Yeah, I'm
Sure.
gonna go for it.
You are.
Yeah, because I don't have any DX9 figure. I mean, this is an add-on, so
Yeah.
let's see how that goes.
Isn't it transformed into its own separate thing?
That's what I heard.
No, that was the
Okay.
Oh, don't.
extra one. This
Oh,
is
okay.
that little tiny Power Master Prime that was in that little case.
Oh, okay.
It looks good.
Yeah, he looks good.
I mean, that's the only movie figure that's worth picking up.
It's not hateful. It's really not. It's not for me.
I mean, movie Optimus. That's all. Yeah.
I actually might be in on this just because it's relatively cheap too. It's a very inexpensive kit actually. So I don't know. I have that evasion mode Prime and he sits upstairs in the closet. So it's either he's going to be trade bait or I'll get this. I don't know. We'll see. So I like the looks of it overall, but I don't really have a
And he
flavor
got
for it
smoke
either.
stacks too. So yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
I don't know. It looks, like I said, it looks sharp. You know, it takes away the I am the Knight Batman face that Prime comes with, and gives it a face that makes him look like Prime, and it takes away the whole beach sandal fucking look on his feet. But we're there, and yeah, I mean it looks great. I mean I don't know what's the price point for this thing anyway.
40 or 50?
I thought it was like 35.
Oh, was it 35? Oh shit, I might be on that then.
Yeah, that's pretty nice for 35.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty decent. Looks all right.
If you're a big
Nice.
Optimus fan.
Nice looking unit, as Bobby
Yeah.
said
Not
throughout the
hateful.
weekend.
Think it's heavy on the back end? Probably not.
Sorry, I misspoke. It's 45.
45. Okay.
Well, pass.
Chill, no more. I'm good. I don't like Optimus Prime that much.
Yeah, it's not necessary in my collection. Jesus.
But yeah, if anybody's a fan of that, that'd be a good pickup. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, so other than that, we got Warbotron unofficial Lightspeed prototype images, and you know what?
Yay.
I've busted anyone who bought Warbotron figures in the past, and this actually looks okay. It looks a little chunky, but he's a big boy, right? So
Yeah, the car mode looks a little bit like a bumper car, you know what I mean? But like the robot mode, I love it. I love it.
Oh yeah, the robot mode
Yeah, I
sells
dig
it.
it.
I'm in. I'm sold.
Not too keen on the car mode, but the robot, fuck yeah.
it looks pretty imposing. And at least there are ball joints on them legs. You know, they look like
Galvatron's looking pretty good. I mean, with the other one, Afterburner. Is that now who's the first one?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Afterburners first.
Yeah,
I think those.
it's turning out to be really good.
I think it's got ball joints on the toes. I think the hips are universals.
Yeah, they look like that. You can see the joints on there. I like this guy. I actually don't mind his car mode either, especially considering it's not a real car. So, like I can give it more leeway on its overall looks when it's not actually modeled after something specifically.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I'm
Greg?
all in for this one.
Yeah, I like it. It's not bad. I got since I got that Slice Strike guy. I don't know. I might give Warbotron another shot. I'm gonna wait and see that Onslaught. And I know this isn't related to this directly, but after I see that Onslaught, I may actually go back in and get the rest of the Bruticus and give this a shot. So I'm just waiting to see how the first project turns out before I look into getting another one.
Yeah.
But, no, it looks good. The bot mode's solid. Like, it looks really good. I like I'll be honest, I like the Warbotron figures overall. The look of the Technobot's better than I do the Maketoys, but I know what I'm going to get with the Maketoys. So I know up front I'm going to get a solid product. So, just got to see where it takes me.
Oscar, are you going to go in on this?
Kind of hesitant at the moment about that.
Right.
I don't know. It's got quite the infamous reputation attached to it. So I'll wait for more reviews and stuff. But after Greg's whole ordeal with his figures and stuff, maybe they fixed their shit. Maybe they haven't. I can't say for sure, but it's debatable.
I got you.
Does it seem like they still have that issue with the arm tucking in for limos or something like that? Because it seems like the arms are like, I don't know. Like how airbrush forms up.
Wait, what are you saying now?
Like airbrush's arms, like how in limb mode it's just out there, like it's not really tucked in.
I don't know. I mean, we haven't seen any combined modes, so I don't know how they would. They haven't pictured anything.
We've seen the combined mode
for Warbotron Copper.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Prototype,
I forgot. I'm sorry. I don't know.
Hold on. What is it? Warbotron. Computron. Let me take it. I'm trying to figure out what you're referencing, Antoine.
I think he's asking for the arms. You know, when this guy, I guess he's Lightspeed's one of the arms, right?
Yeah. Well, what I'm saying is with the airbrush figure, how when we first turn it into the arm mode, how the arms when fold up, it's not really folding anywhere. It's just sticking out right there.
It's just dangling.
Yeah, it's gonna be the same thing with this one.
I don't know. I don't know. It looks like the arms are pretty tucked away in cargo.
Yeah, I'm looking at the Computron right now, the prototype, and I mean it looks. The car is a foot.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
So
I actually I'm trying. That's the equivalent of whatever the space shuttle's name is. I can't think of it right now. Right?
Blast off.
Yeah, blast off. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
So the arms being exposed, I'm not really following since it's kind of. I mean, I can still see it there that it's like off the front half of the spaceship, but I don't know. It's not like super visible. There's no hands there because of the way they tuck away and stuff. So
I'm guessing that is going to affect the. Do you think that's going to affect the articulation? I guess you just had to fold the arm out a little bit.
Yeah, or probably fold it up or something. So.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
I got you. Okay. I don't know. I don't know. That's a good point. Now I know what you're talking about. That's a good point.
What the fuck is Greg messing with?
Who knows?
That's actually not Greg. It's me.
What?
Oh, my bad. Oscar? What are you fucking with?
This very delicate, very fragile, regrettable purchase that is Alternity Bludgeon.
Oh.
Yeah. Not even worth talking about what everybody get. That's how depressing.
Damn.
You were excited about him, weren't you?
I sure was. Then I got him, and then it's like, oh wow,
My step cousin.
shit.
If
How
you
much
want to know
you
what
get
I'm
for
messing with,
How much you get for him, man?
How much did I pay for him?
Yeah.
I paid about 55 shipped off eBay.
Yeah, that's what they would normally.
From Alina, 1986. So.
Oh man, what's next?
What's next is, of course, Jay Slizardo.
Yeah, this is what I was trying to talk
Slizardo.
about. I think it was like a month ago. This guy is like doing all the like biped characters from G1. They're not articulated, which kind of sucks.
Yeah, which I don't see the point of it.
But if they were articulated, I would go in on this. Like, it's hard because that shapeways shit is so fuzzy and
like a hairball.
Yeah.
Hey, is he making the fucking platypus?
No, but he was.
Somebody else's.
When we were at the show, they were looking at we were looking at some shapeways stuff, and fucking Greg, Matt was calling them fuzzbots. Because they are, but like he's doing a ton of stuff. Like he's got one for Sluxoid. Like if you scroll down a little bit and click on lower right, which is like the fat guy that was with the bounty hunter type episode, and they're really cool. But I can't do it, man. I can't do it. I just can't do it. If the shapeways thing was a little bit more polished,
not so fuzzy,
and I could paint it myself, and it was articulated, I'd be in. But I can't do this. I like it. I like the idea. I would like to see something like this on like a big level, but no, I can't do it. I think it's a good design. It's a good design little statue. Not knocking statues. But.
I actually, I might try one of these, to be honest. I know he's not really super articulated, but I don't really care if he stands and looks kind of nice next to your, like well, I hate the MP10 Spike, but the partners from Doctor Wu, I'd be happy with that. And I could even see giving it a chance to give it some basic, 80s toy articulation on the arms, like just forward, at the shoulders there. Wouldn't be too hard. So I actually don't think these look bad, and they're for anyone out there who's listening. This is actually printed in the sandstone thing, so it actually has the color. You don't need to paint this one,
Right.
so and that's kind of cool. And it is rough, but we'll see. We'll see what it's like when it gets here. I think for Slizardo especially, it's okay because he's a lizard guy, so the roughness is not necessarily the worst thing.
True.
But, if I do try it, it's probably just going to be him, and I'm not going to go all in on these because I think they're like $12 a pop. So
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
You think
It's a
they'll
little
replace
bit
the
too much
fuzz
to
with
drag.
scales?
If you want to look at the fuzz like it is scales, I think that works out nicely. I mean, the green, honestly, doesn't look bad in the shapeways, texture. So, who knows? Maybe this is even something that you can sand a little. I have no experience with this sandstone thing, so we'll see.
Do you have stuff off Shapeways?
Yes.
What do you have?
I have a number of different things.
Are they fuzzy too, or are they?
It depends. It depends on which you get.
Do you have non-fuzzy ones?
Yes. Yeah.
Are they nice and smooth, so
Yeah.
to speak?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for the most part. I mean, they're not Hasbro smooth, but you can get the strong, flexible, and polished, and it's actually a pretty clean detail. So.
If they did that with this, I would go in. I would get all of them. I would get all of them. I'd paint them myself. I'd be okay with that. That fuzzy shit, like well, I mean, like I hear what you're saying with the scales and all that, and I think that makes sense. But like the fuzziness, like it makes it. Like I was looking at that Voss, and like I held him, I manipulated him, I was looking at him close up, and like it almost looks like you're looking at something that's blurry, like you need glasses.
3D.
And that's kind of what irritates me about it. But I would love to take a look at fucking yours.
You know what? Later on, I actually. So the thing that was shown at the third-party panel from the Bebop people, the ones doing the Battle Beast thing, I did like the Tyrannosaurus Rex that had his little T-Rex arms holding the mechanical thing. So I bought in one of those. I'm like, I can deal with him on a shelf. So we'll see. I'll see what the sandstone thing is like in person pretty soon. So
cool.
We'll see.
And don't forget the Bob. I don't know if that's up yet.
Yeah. We're gonna get there. So let's get into some bigger name stuff.
So we got a lovely little prototype picture here from Maketoys Guardia, made possible by one of our very own due to our invasion of TFCon.
Yeah, and she's a beaut, Clark.
Yeah, it looks really, really fucking nice.
She's a beaut.
This.
He's also a little bit bigger than your average Fans Project Make Toys combiner, which, if you're just doing that scale, is kind of going to throw your collection off a little bit, but it doesn't hurt most of ours, if that makes any sense.
Yeah, I want this just because it's smaller. Defensor was the smallest of the G1 combiners.
I thought it was Menosaur.
About the same size.
Yeah.
They're about It's about the size of what we'd call a Voyager figure now.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't like is the propeller or the helicopter things. I'm hoping
really?
they kind of.
That's
I like
one of the
that.
things that sells it for me.
Really?
Yeah,
I just don't
too.
like them way out there. I don't know. I mean, it'd be easy if he falls over, those things are gone.
Oh yeah.
So
But
I was kind of
man.
hoping they maybe fold in a little bit. I mean, if they don't, it's not. I mean, it's not a breaking point to me to get it because I'm going to get it. But that part, that's the only thing I don't really like about other things. I mean, God, the way it looks, it's beefy for a Protectobots. I mean,
What I'm not into is the Groove robot mode, and I'm not crazy about the Hotspot robot mode either. And I haven't looked at the armors, but that's kind of my complaint with Make Toys combiners anyway. Is their bot modes just look crazy to me in robot mode, but I do love this combine mode. I'm gonna get this.
Let me say, but you won't ever see them in robot mode. I mean,
well, it depends on how they release them. If they release them the way they've been releasing them, I won't. But if they release them,
this might be a guess set, right?
If they release them in the old school way, I'll be seeing them in robot mode for a while.
Yeah, they already set a set.
Oh, they did?
They said it at the panel too. Actually, they said it's gonna be like Quantron.
That's cool. So about 425, 450. Right. Let me just whip that shit out of my wife's ass real quick.
That shit irritates
and I'll get that shit.
This coming from the guy.
Just-
I was about to say.
1 hour we spent about $400.
I save up, man.
Hey, Matt, we'll save up for this shit. When's it gonna be
I
out?
almost had to have you buy my White Castles, man.
14 years. I will buy your White Castle. Shit.
I wish.
I'm not crazy about the.
Why did the moment you say that, an image of Greg slow feeding you like sliders at White Castle as he's going, gentle, Matt, gentle. Oh no, my.
Don't eat my hand. Don't eat my hand.
I'm not
I
crazy.
fed Matt a slider, but it wasn't a White Castle burger. If you know.
Yeah. That's
Aha, gay sex.
Zing.
That's Greg from Mercy at ChatterCast.online.com for all
I'm
your
not
questions.
crazy about
comments.
a lot of things about the Blades arm mode, but the one thing that I do like about it is actually the propellers. But the I don't know, the tail fin.
See, that's the thing that kind of throws me off is the propellers.
Oh really? You
They-
in Matt?
They're getting away, man. That's with every fucking helicopter former out there.
No, but I'm just telling you, if he falls over, them things are probably gonna snap.
Yeah, that's true.
The cool thing I find about those propellers is that they're all 4 individual little swords. So like I'm assuming they're probably gonna fold up somehow to make like something.
I hope so. I mean, it's not gonna stop me from getting it, like I said, but I just.
For
if
like
he falls, I don't want him to fall over and he breaks and everything. But
for like $450, those motherfuckers better fold
Yeah.
into swords and some shit.
And some of the things that I think might be making his arm mode look worse, like you can see the robot's arms are kind of hanging out there.
That should talk.
Oh yeah.
And I suspect that once this is no longer prototype, some of these things are going to fold up a little bit more cleanly.
Right.
So I think that's why, and I think that Groove's motorcycle mode his robot mode has way too much stuff going on, but I think that the crotch piece that sticks out actually is going to fold in more flush with his stomach, so it doesn't look like it's hanging out so far. But yeah, I think that's a limitation of prototype plastic.
Maybe.
And as far as prototype plastic, I think we all learned this weekend just how fragile some of those things are.
Can you pick it up? No.
Bobby about broke. What was it? Turmoil.
Yep.
And
Mastermind Creations and I almost got into a fist fight. Actually, he was really cool about it. Like he was like I was like, hey, can I touch? I always ask. Like I don't just assume I can fucking touch somebody's shit, right? So I was like, hey, can I touch this stuff? And he's like, yeah, man, no problem. Touch anything you want. So I grabbed Turmoil. He was like, except for that.
Oh.
And then I was like, okay, he was like he'll fall apart, and I was like, okay,
Oh.
so I told him because I still had him in my hand, and he was looking at me kind of stressed out, like I wasn't going to pay him any attention, and I was like, look, buddy, I've already taken the weight off of the legs. If you have any concerns about this standing still or whatever, I need you to come in and help me put this thing fucking back because I've already fucked with it. So we need to work together as a team.
Nice.
Teamwork.
Fucking teamwork, man.
It's kind of like how we brought China into the world trade. Same kind of thing.
Yeah. See, you're a nice nerd. Most of the other people in there probably would just fucking slam it down and wouldn't give a fuck.
I hope
that's what Bobby is.
I hope you were paying attention, Justin. You just got your episode title right there. You can touch whatever you want. So I grabbed Turmoil. It doesn't get more in your window than that.
Oh man! But anyway, I think he's good. The bots kind of pissed me off. The robot, this combined mode is fucking gorgeous. Kind of irritated by how big one arm is in comparison to the other. But I'm kind of anal about symmetry. But that's my own hang up. It's not because this doesn't look good.
He might masturbate. Who knows?
Maybe like that therapy session.
Wired.
Mm-hmm.
So we move on to TFC Promethius combined, which I'm going to be selling my Streetwise because of this.
I'm
still in.
I'm still in. I get it. I get why you'd want to back out. I totally get it. But I'd be lying if I said I hated it. I don't.
I'm still in too. the more I look at it, the more I kind of like it. It is chunky, and he does look like he's a little bit squat and stuff. And honestly, I think Groove makes an absolutely horrible looking foot. Like,
yeah, especially with that gap there, it looks like a prosthetic.
Yeah, like it looks like he's got a big leg.
But Prometheus here suffered gout, and now they had to amputate. And this,
I wish it was upside down. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, something. So.
Do we have this on the right way? Who cares? It's a convention. They're gonna fuck to it hardcore anyway. But all hail TFC.
I gotta say, at TFCon, I was really surprised how big Hotspot was comparatively. Like, he feels like, I mean, honestly, it's like a Hess truck if everyone remembers those things, like absolutely. In size. Like, yeah, so he's like really in truck mode was really like gratifying, you know. So yeah, I liked him a lot more than I expected.
I'll tell you one thing that pissed me off about the prototype. So, for people who hadn't bought in yet, there were extra paint apps on the display figures that aren't on the retail. Like,
really? I didn't even notice that.
Like on Groove, there's a bunch of red, like little lights and highlights and shit. And there's some shit on that prototype.
You're right,
well,
I forgot all about that.
And the same thing with Streetwise. There was extra shit, and you could tell it was like the hand painted one. But for people who were looking at that and gauging their purchases, are going to get a different product. And I thought that kind of annoyed the hell out of me, to be honest with you. And I even mentioned it to to the people that were doing the panel, and they're like, yeah, well, they're prototypes. I'm like, well, why do the prototypes look better than the finished figure?
Yeah, no, definitely. Yeah, I forgot. Groove had all that like red, like lining going up the center and stuff, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
But I don't. Yay! I don't hate this. I'll be honest with you. And we'll talk about the robot modes a little bit later. But I love those.
Let's talk about that dirt face he's got. It's the same shit with like Uranos head. I hate the face.
Yeah, it doesn't. I hear you. It doesn't. I hear you. I do. I'm not making any excuses, but it doesn't really bother me that much. But you know what does bother me is the nose of the fucking helicopter. It looks so like stunted.
Why does it look like Vortex to me?
It doesn't even look like Vortex to me. It looks like looks like something that would be in like one of the Cars movies.
Yeah,
like,
I get that.
like Lightning McQueen. And
come on, Crop Duster, you can win the race. As soon as I kill this fucking Decepticon.
Nice.
Exactly. I think that
maybe TFC got confused and crossed him with rescue bot blades. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's.
I'd rather have a fuzzy Shedways than this piece of shit.
But it doesn't look like it's gonna need an upgrade set.
You know what? You say that now, but they'll find a way. They
might find a way, but it doesn't mean that
they'll be like, "Here's G1 accurate face," and you'll be like, "Ugh."
Nah. SXS will be right behind them.
Yeah.
Some stickers for them.
It'll be like the pride of like what the fuck's his name again? God damn it!
I dig the gun.
I want whoever made the Citizen Stack head to do a head for this guy, and I'll get it. Was that SX?
I like this. I don't know if it's aesthetically. I actually let me take that back. I know for sure that it is not as aesthetically pleasing as Guardia. But that being said, I'm getting both, and
yep, me too.
Yeah, and I'm not
rescue bots, so
I'm not mad with either.
Should I hold out and wait and buy the Guardia from you, or like what should I do? From you?
No, yeah. I mean the thing is like public service vehicles have a special place in my heart. So worst case scenario, one of them will sit in that mode in my office, and that'll be the end of it.
Bobby.
Oh yeah, well you still held on to Bobby money. This motherfucker's funny. You're still holding on to that giant. I forgot. So yeah, you're not like me. That shit would have been gone when it was in the mail. I'd be like, yeah, I don't know.
And my plan for Giant is to like put them all in construction vehicles on a little shelf, like a little floating shelf.
I was like, put it on. Is it
not
going on the
shelf.
island? Is it going
not
on
the island?
No, not the island.
Anything for the island? Oh.
Yeah, they won't make it to the island. Oh. They're too nice for the island. That's where Scoops is, or whatever his name is.
Scoops.
He transforms to an ice cream truck in my house. Anyway, all right, moving on.
DX9 Legends, Galvatron, Scourge, and Cyclonus, the infamous trio from post movie G1 television, and yeah,
Let's move on.
Yeah,
Let's move on.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm getting those.
You love Legends.
Not shocked. Not shocked one bit.
Hey,
I don't think in your defense, Antoine, I don't think they're bad looking Legends. It's just how much is this going to be? And it's just I got to draw a line somewhere. I can't do it.
Is it going to be a 3-pack or is it separate?
It's 3-pack.
Oh shit! That's about $99.
About 125. Matthew, what's the matter with you? You cheap motherfucker.
125.
For the first
expensive Legends collection.
Legendary film.
$35, $45.
$45.
A legendary Legends collection? Is that what we're saying?
I'm saying
I said legendary fail, but hey.
Legendary fail.
I will be honest.
I'm the creator of the world's smallest Transformers collection.
Ooh.
I mean, we never had a Legends Galvatron before.
We don't need a Legends Galvatron.
Oh, yeah, right.
Sometimes there's a reason for that, Antoine.
I've never been stabbed before. Just saying.
Doesn't mean it need to happen.
But yeah, I mean, at least we'll have somebody on the show to tell us how they are.
Yeah.
Antoine, I'm all for you. Now you know how I feel when everybody's against me. But it's cool. If you want to get them, I like Legends, but I just don't want to pay that much for Legends. But they do look nice.
Look, that's fine. I agree with what Bobby said. It'll be nice to have someone on the show that has them. If we can understand what he's saying through the tears that he'll have. Because it was a mistake, y'all.
Antoine, can you give me a Hail Legends?
Hell Legends.
Yeah.
Now, I saw TF Source had the Ironhide and the Blower up. Now, is that DX9 as well, or
yes, it is. And I've actually heard really good things about them recently.
They didn't look bad. I
were
just
they on
don't.
sale, or they just had prototypes of them?
They were on sale at TFCon.
Okay.
They were on sale. Yeah, I just don't have a place for them. The Blower didn't look bad.
No, I actually heard if the build quality on them, from what I've heard, is really good, and yeah, there's been a couple people I've seen talking about it on like Twitter that said if they keep up the quality, then they're in for the Legends, and that's cool. I mean, if you are a fan of Legends,
they're making their Legend full Cybertron on Bruticus.
Yeah, we're gonna get there.
Yeah, we saw that.
Yeah, that's gonna be funny looking.
I forgot about that. Yeah. I blocked some of that shit out of my mind. Like,
We didn't block El Hasbro.
Matt, we're
I'm
getting
not gonna say that. All right.
Matt, we're getting there.
Yeah.
Anyway, so back to the guys over at DX9. Astrotrains MP scale.
Oh boy.
This I'm a little excited over.
Yeah, I'm getting this.
In typical third party, nothing exceeds like excess form.
when it rains, it pours.
we're getting 3 Astrotrains. So we are getting the DX9 Astrotrain.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in.
That's the one I'm getting.
That's the one I'm in for too.
Fucking A. About time, too.
And then we're getting the Toy World one, which I think looks like a piece of shit.
I actually don't think it looks bad. I saw it in person, and I really do think it looks good. I think the head needs to be replaced. And but as I said, look at this picture. He's got a Sentinel face on his chest. I don't know if anyone else sees that. It's on his abdomen.
Yep, I see it. I'll never unsee it.
Yeah, 90s X-Men and Sentinel face on his his abs.
Yeah,
So,
I totally see it. It's just, I saw it in person too, and I mean, I get the toy kind of allure.
Yeah.
But no.
Now, that was the one that TF Source had, right?
Yeah, they did. And the thing that I will give them props for is that the shuttle showed no parts of the train, and the train showed no parts of the shuttle, and neither showed any parts of the robot that were like, you could look at and be like, oh, well, that's part of the robot. So that I will give them credit for, but the head needs some work. And as soon as I saw DX9s, which scales better, and looks like, the cartoon train mode and the cartoon robot, I'm like, okay, I'm good. I don't need the other one now. And this TF4, whoever that is, this is the first I've ever seen it, and that's just impasse.
They were actually the first one out with Astrotrain.
Like a long time ago, right?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Okay. Well, it's instant pass for me. Sorry.
That thing sucks.
Yeah, this the DX9 one, I love. Like, this is gonna sound possibly a certain kind of way, but I love the hips on them, like the pelvis area. because
Hey.
because it reminds me of G1 show. You know, like that's how it looked. Like that's how he looked in that general area.
Yeah, I'm glad Justin broke it down for me. Which one, you know?
Yeah, he broke it all the way down. Like he was like a DJ.
Yeah.
Well, the Maketoys one is the white one, right? So he's the Japanese.
There's no the toy. That's the Toy World one.
Oh, that's Toy World. I'm sorry, Toy World. Whatever. They're all the same. I don't give a fuck. Hell, Hasbro. He's the Japanese one, I guess, like the bookcase one.
Yes, he's the white colored one that was our first classics release and stuff too.
Okay.
The other thing about it is, and to break it down so everybody understands, the DX9 one is 9.5 inches, which is a half inch shorter than MP10, and the other one is like 8 or 8.6. So
size of my dick.
Yeah, whatever.
Wow, man. God,
Size of my dick.
There you go, his moment.
Guess where that train mode's going in? To Lisa. What?
Lisa Barbosa.
There you go. Sorry.
So you're saying that so you derailed Justice. So DX9 will fit with your masterpieces. Is that what you're saying?
Right, and your Toy World is probably more appropriate for your classics.
And what about the other one? Do they give a size in the other
No
one?
freaking idea. That one's best left in the garbage.
It looks like it may be classics probably.
Honestly, when I look at it, yeah, it looks like it's like a deluxe scale thing. But I mean, you know, obviously it's hard to tell from pictures. But just something about it says like small deluxe. You know, like it reminds me very much of the classics Astrotrain, even though it's entirely different. It just makes me think that for some reason.
I think it says "kill me."
We know after TFCon, there's no such thing worth having as a small deluxe. So
exactly.
Hail Deluxe.
Thank you.
Go big or go home.
Let's look at one more thing before we get into the panel, fellas. And that was what was revealed today, which is Unique Toys Rippersnapper.
Nice.
Nice.
I'm gonna have to get the first one now. He looks pretty sweet.
He does. It's just not the Abominus I want.
This is what's killing me too.
Yeah, me too.
I'm with you. Like, I love the robot. I love the alt mode. The combined mode is not what I want it quite to be. So I don't know. Maybe if they show that this does a Scramble City type thing, maybe everything else that's kind of bugging me will fall to the wayside. But yeah, I don't know. It's just so good.
It is.
Did you see, Bobby? You saw? Ben got it, and Fearcorps got it, and the first one. It's pretty beefy. It's a little heavy little figure. It's
it's a well-made product. I mean, Unique Toys is on their way.
Oh fuck yeah!
They're damn near a big boy. You know what I mean? Like they're putting, if they keep cranking stuff out on that quality level, you know, it's just it'll be the biggest turnaround in third-party history.
Well, and here's the thing: is you've taken the two most nondescript, uninteresting limbs so far, in my opinion.
Yep.
You know, as Blot and Rippersnapper, I don't think it gets any worse than those two, and made them two incredibly appealing, you know, things to own. Like I seriously walked around that one at TFCon like I want it, but I don't.
know, me too.
You know, like So yeah,
I'm a little worried about how much shit is going to end up on his back in robot mode.
His whole head and his
You know, I'm a little worried about that, but I do like this figure, and I love all the little pink and purple accents all over his body. There's a lot of love in this figure.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So nobody's in for this one.
Not yet.
Not yet. I am still teetering on the edge. I can be swayed. Currently, I'm not in though.
Yeah.
So.
I might be in.
I think the hunger might be the deal breaker.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what you guys. That's the deal breaker for you guys is hunger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This one's $10 cheaper too.
I mean, it's great now, but hunger is the one.
Well, they got that money for the pack of cigarettes, Matt. So they're like, all right, cool. All right, we got to.
I don't have any doubt that hunger will look great. My concern is Abominus.
I know, but I mean, we've bought figures that take liberties before. I don't know. It just holding it in my hand, and you held it. I handed you the fucking box. I was like, feel this.
It feels right. It feels right.
And it does have ratchets or soft ratchets. It just depends because, like I showed you, like the combining port is on the figure. All the ratchets, like all the movie shit for combined moving. I want to enunciate it. Said movie. The moving shit is going to be on the core bot. That's what we need to see. Those fucking stiff, fucking ratchets and shit.
Right. That's a good point.
If it's quality figure, I'm not gonna. I don't know. If it's quality figure, I'm not gonna let something like an arm and a leg mixed up. And we might can move them around. There might be a way to move them around. We don't know yet.
Yeah.
What's Oscar think?
Oscar BRB.
I'm back. It looks okay. I don't know. My last time I bought a Unique Toys Combiner, I regretted it. So.
Yeah, they have made leaps and bounds since then. In all fairness.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
But I don't blame you after that. That was probably a bad experience.
That was a bad moment in life.
It's like going to a strip club because you're told all the girls are hot when you notice one thing all the girls have in common: cesarean scars, and those aren't sexy.
But this thing is like they both look good, man. And it's not just the fact that the limbs are fucked up for me. Like the other like big issue for me is that Abominus himself is like there's something off to me proportion wise, like about his torso. Like there's something that's throwing me off about it. Like he's too thin or too hourglassy.
That's what it looks like. I'm looking at the picture of him right now, and I feel like Hunger needs to be bigger. Like he needs to have bigger thighs. He needs to have a bigger, chest area. Like he honestly looks like he's the same size as like the bots that form him in terms of like the robot mode. I guess. And then he's just standing on top of them. So.
Do you want Hunger to be the same size as Leo Duck?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I do. Yeah. I want Leo Ducks was significantly bigger than
the other
the
limbs,
rest of them, and that's what I would want from Hunger too,
cool.
is to be bigger.
Especially like when your alt mode's a fucking dragon, you want to be a fucking dragon. You don't want to be like a puppy.
You need dragon heads, like scale up the thighs, and scale up the chest, and I think I'm in.
Waist. But, it's the waist. The waist is just too thin.
Well, just think if you took the center part and you made it like maybe 1.5 the size, so it's a lot thicker, but like you still have that same silhouette. It's just another like half size larger or something. Like I think that would solve it perfectly. So.
You gotta love Google, man. You sit there, you type in Unique Toys Abominus, and then you end up with an image that's the Unique Toys Abominus next to Warlord. It's like, oh, here's a new endeavor. This was a mistake. We're so sorry.
Oh, I finally got to see that fucking Predaking at TFCon. TF Source had that show on display right beside the box figures they were trying to sell. What a fucking stupid fucking move. But and that thing looks like fucking a meth. It's like a meth head. I didn't care much.
I'm torn on this Abominus. I'm torn.
Like I said, I still need more before I can definitively decide either way. So I would like to be swayed by this and be excited for Abominus. So
I can't believe that in 2014. Unique Toys does not have a competitor for Abominus.
I can't believe it either. Like I really thought by this point, Mastermind Creations would be like, "Hey, check this out."
Yeah, like we're in fourth quarter 2000. Like Mastermind Creations seems like they're getting away from the combiner thing altogether.
Can I tell you something? When we saw the third-party panel, was anybody else kind of like, "Oh, Mastermind, are you really making a Mirage? Or are you just doing one?"
I'm not canceling my Unique Toys one or DX9 or whatever. I'm not canceling it because I think it's a troll move.
Yeah, MMC has this way of being like, yeah, we're doing that too, and then you never hear about that project ever again.
You think Warbotron would do Abominus after Computron?
They said they're going to do all of them. So
yeah, they said they're going to do all of them. So
I'm all aboard for Warbotron.
I'm surprised Minnesota.
I want to see. Well, they weren't there at all.
TFC never makes a presence at those things.
Yeah.
Well, I heard from somebody, and I'm not going to go too much into it, but someone was very clear that Warbotron was not TFC.
Well, they're not.
No, but they don't have anything to do with them because they deal with TFC, and they were trying to carry Warbotron products, and like no, they would not respond. Yet TFC, like they got this shit all day long.
Yeah, but I mean, they're not at all. It's like from what we've heard, it's like a play with this too in Hasbro.
Oh well, when I said that Warbotron had no presence there at all, then you said something about TFC, so I wanted to.
Birds of a feather, I guess. But yeah,
yeah, they had no presence. The fucking owner of fucking Fans Project was there creeping around.
Yeah, Mastermind too, right? So
who here's complaining about Columbia?
And I
find him, I will cure him.
I met
Cure him.
I met the designer for Bold Form. His name's Paul. It's a traditional Chinese name.
Did he have a striking Hitler mustache?
No, he actually didn't.
Greg's like, hey, how's it going? I'm Greg from Shadowcast Uncut. Guten Tag, my friend. I am Paul Uchtin Shang. Welcome to both formers. The Jews will pay for it, seriously.
Hey, Paul.
He had red laces in his boots. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but
Are you Jewish? No? Oh, good. Come this way. Come check this out. This is very nice.
That was the blood of the Jewish. What?
all right.
So
Yeah.
anyway.
Sorry, go ahead.
Huh? Okay.
Huh? Eh?
Official license TF Masterpiece labels. Wow.
No,
it's big.
the TFCon panel, the third-party panel.
Oh, yeah. Well, you were there. Tell me about it.
Let's all look at the pictures and go.
A little.
We can skip this Battle Beast shit and start with
Wait.
Bob.
can we start this panel discussion off right with a little story?
Sure.
So we're sitting there, and we couldn't all sit together because it was just like wherever there was a seat. So Bobby, myself,
It wasn't even that. They kept you guys out, even though you paid for admission and stuff.
I know,
They
man.
kept you guys out until they decided they had enough room for, what did they call you guys, exhibitors?
Yeah.
So I was the only one who was guaranteed a seat at this point. So
True.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the way we're sitting, we're in a triangle. We're in an isosceles. Matt and I are sitting across from each other, and then Bobby is in front of Matt, like by like 2 rows. And you know, like they're like, this is this, blah blah blah, whatever. They get everybody in. They're like, you ready to start? The slideshow starts, and they stand up there, and the chick's like, well, welcome everybody to the start of the TFCon Chicago third party panel. And then all of a sudden, everything's dead quiet, and you hear, "Hail Hasbro." And like half the fucking room just like snickers. It was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Hail Hasbro.
well played.
So that's how the panel got started. Just so you guys know, Deluxe kicked it off. But anyway,
looking at Bob, I like him. I kind of feel like this is kind of some backpedaling on the. I won't be doing official figure things.
Yeah, that really gets me. Like the rest, like okay, the Battle Beasts and stuff, whatever. You
Right.
know, like.
You mean the
nobody
dinosaurs?
cares About battle,
Right.
but now you got Bob. I'm like, okay, well, maybe Bob is not licensed somewhere. Like, you know, he's not a official design, but to then go this far, like, yeah, very weird. So,
Yeah.
but again, I mean, we did just get the whole here's the rules behind, you know, the super fan art stuff. So I actually kind of wonder some of this stuff, like Bob was planned for super fan art, and then they got the like, here, screw you rules, and now they're like, oh, well, okay, you know.
Right.
So-
Maybe. I'm in on this.
I'm probably in on Bob too, but he's definitely not doing anything other than standing there. There's no way.
now which rule would it break? Because
He's probably
It
in
doesn't change
sexual
form.
pose or something like that. I mean, look, he's bending over. He's like, give it to me, big boy, you know?
It doesn't necessarily break any rules, but it's they're showing it as a third party piece. Do you know what I mean?
no, I'm not talking about that. I'm going back to what Justin said about the super fan art.
No, and the thing is, I don't think Bob necessarily is, but I think you've got other things out there that they've, you know, planned that did break that super fan art rules. And so now it's like, well, it's all or nothing at this point, you know? Like,
Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Yeah. In fact, the My Little Pony Battle Beast might be pushing it. I don't know. We'll see. So
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
I love how they said, like, there's not one plan, but if it sells, you can trust there'll be more or something like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, next is that Hexatron. Oh my God, 6-shot fucking gun.
Yeah, there's that, and it's a 3mm peg.
Wow, so you can't even put it in the regular
one.
What'd you say?
I'm pretty sure there's both 3 and 5.
They said 3.
I'm just going off what they said at the show, but they probably didn't know all the ins and outs of it.
That's wonderful that your Classics Rodimus can hold them then. Great.
They did say that one of the options is going to be that sandstone, so he'll be all colorized so you don't have to, which is kind of a plus. But this is ultimately something I don't need in my life.
So do you also need a Twilight Pony?
I do. No, I don't.
I do.
You do?
Speaking of the super fan art stuff, though, and this is a little sidetrack, I actually was on Shapeways the other day, and I just kind of checked out the super fan art stuff. And actually, it's kind of some of the My Little Pony stuff is actually pretty impressive. How it turned out, I'm like, that's kind of cool. If I was into it, I could totally understand. But nothing for Transformers will look like that stuff. So, just a simple aside. So, yep.
Let's see what else we got here.
Something from BMOG, biomechanical ordnance gestalts.
Let's go to Play With This too. It's the same basic shit that we've seen before, except they showed an Octopunch.
All right. Now, one thing that I did not get from Rick when we had him on the show was that, stuff like Terrible and Skullfucker were going to be just heads to put on something else. Like, that's a little disappointing, is I want something to go with Terrible and Skullfucker. I don't want to come up with it myself. And it does look like they are going to have entire robots, but yeah, I kind of wish this was a full thing, but we'll see. I'm still in for these. I just need to know what's the perfect, whatever his name is. I can't think of his name now. So whatever. I need to know who I need to put it on to make it the exact toy he planned it to be. So.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Moon Unit, nice name. Up there with Durpin.
Now, Headshots Volume 2. Are these anybody? I mean, when I look at the Volume 1, I see very clear Transformers references, except for Madwing, I guess. But number 2, is that anybody? And Black kind of looks like a Halo guy a little bit. Yep. But
then there's Moon Unit, Mickey in space. Then there's Zando, Men in Black.
Right? Yeah. So if this is Kickstarted, I'll be Kickstarted on Volume 1, not necessarily Volume 2. So.
And then Headshots Volume 3 has the horse from Ren and Stimpy that says, "No, sir, I don't like it."
Yeah, I understand this one, Lily. Sorry, Rick.
Yeah. Talix.
What the fuck is this shit?
Yeah.
I don't understand.
This has nothing to do with Transformers. What the fuck? Ugh.
How do you go
has
from
everything to do with Transformers because well, first of all, it's Rick and other people that are involved, and I mean, some of this stuff is obviously homaging pretenders, like characters. So if they're going to do one, they got to do it all. So I understand. They can't just be like, well, we're going to do this one project or this one picture from this one thing in this one line. But the stuff that has nothing to do with Transformers or doesn't immediately, like the when they talked about the head, then they're like, you'll have the option, the one that you'll have the option of having the helmet on or having the plain face and it's got the whip thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's obviously it's the first pretender I got as a kid, and I can't remember Cloudburst. I think like if you put that head on that body, that's Cloudburst. It even has that curly whip, and it's like stuff like that. So some of the stuff that isn't immediately recognizable as Transformers. Basically, the whole idea is you can get the set and you can have these figures, but you can mix and match parts, and you'll have an entire set of pretender homages.
Right, I get that, but I don't need a horse or the
Easter Island head.
The Talix thing, that's kind of cool because it's their logo thing, but the rest of it, don't necessarily.
Oh, I know. It's just Matt was like, what the fuck's this got to do with this ain't got shit to do with Transformers. I'm just saying, like, they're going to show it all.
It's
they're
still
not just
fucking doesn't have to do with Transformers. Sorry.
Anyway, that exosuit they showed.
Yeah, you'd be in on it. You son of a bitch. No.
That exosuit they got, the next photo there, actually reminds me a lot of the old show Inhumanoids.
Yeah, I can see that too.
We're just missing a giant monster named Decompose to battle, and I think they'd be set. But
yeah. That I don't know. I wish that I don't know if their marketing is down pat because there's a lot of confusion about this shit. You know, it's because they're trying to tiptoe around what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
Which I understand because I would imagine there's some eyes on them. You know, Rick was on here and Rick was awesome. And he said, he's not really, he doesn't think that it's a big deal or whatever. But I would imagine somewhere somebody is saying, look, these motherfuckers are going to be watching us. They're going to be watching us closely. So we got to be extra careful.
Yeah.
These guys, this is what they do for a living. They're not trying to burn bridges. But like, I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around, like, what the fuck do I need to buy to make the character I want? You know what character I want. So what the fuck do I need to get to make that happen?
Exactly. And that's exactly why it's like, okay, if I'm buying in these heads, I kind of want to, somewhere out there, I want it to be like, well, if you're buying head pack 1, you may want to pick up, Star Wars, whatever, blah, to go with it, and, put this head on it, and boom, there you go, you got whatever, like something. So, yeah, I'm with you.
Now, the Desolator or whatever, like, that's Skullgrin, right?
yeah, that's totally an homage to Skullgrin. Totally.
Right, and if you take that one head from the first pack, it's like dead on Skullgrin.
Yeah. And then Bloodbath is that bat one.
Yeah, I can't think of his name, and that's the one I had as a kid.
And they also come with these tech drones that remind me a lot of those like fail fucking like Iron Man assemblers.
Well, you know what the tech drones reminded me of, and the first thing that jumped out at me with the tech drones, and it's not 100% accurate. This is the robot inside the Pretender shell.
I got you.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think that's exactly what I'm trying to do.
Bloodbath was a Fangray or something.
Yes. Oh no. Fangray was the Headmaster Junior. I can't think
of Fangray. Whatever. But yeah, like I feel like I need like a guidebook or something. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm confused. I want to buy the shit, and I don't know what to buy.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, I'll tell you what. From seeing these photos here, if they're reasonably priced, I would probably go for Desolator and Bloodbath so far.
Yep.
I will do that, and I will actually do the mech armor suit because that's totally a Autobot Pretender.
Holy shit, man! Good God!
I feel like I need some Hasbro in my life right now.
Jet Wash also is.
Jesus. That's fucking what's his name? God damn it!
Bomb Burst is the name of Bloodbath.
Okay, and who is Jet Wash? That's
he's in the comic, and they killed him off, and he came back. Metal Hawk, yes.
Yeah.
That'd be like an homage to Metal Hawk. The head alone.
If you keep going over, there's clearly an Octopunch.
Yep. I like that one a lot.
Yeah, I like that one a lot too.
That looks pretty cool.
So are they making the figures or just making the fucking heads for it?
They're making both.
It sounds like starting with heads and then going with the whole figure.
Yeah, I thought I just explained it. What they're doing is they're not going to straight up make an IP infringing figure. It's going to be a thing where you buy the heads and you buy the figures and you mix and match parts, and it's like a puzzle, but you'll put together. And then somewhere they're going to leak like a. Well, no, I think they said it's going to be in the art, like in the background art of like something on the website or like something with the character art or some shit that's going to be. It's going to come out. And you can look in the background, and you'll be able to figure out what to put together.
Here's what it is. You know how you bought Uranus, and then you had to buy the upgrade set?
Yeah.
Yep. In this case, you have to buy the upgrade set, and then you can buy Uranus.
The Boneyard. It
That
just
totally
struck me
makes
for
sense.
Boneyard that he's bludgeon with a different head.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Boneyard looks fucking sick.
I'm behind those.
yeah.
I'm cool with these, man. Once the fucking figures come out, what am I gonna do with a head? Oh, fucking with this deluxe figure I haven't owned in years.
It's got to be one of those things where everything pans out because you don't want to spend.
Well, that's the thing.
Money.
I know.
Yeah, so we'll see.
You should have done like Justin and got in with the Kickstarter. Bought a Matt Tracker.
Well, I'm not in. That was the pre-Kickstarter fundraiser, apparently. I don't know what
This is the Kickstarter for the final GoFundMe.
Pretty much. Now, the one thing that was interesting is when he was talking about this ancient astronaut guy, the guy who's quite clearly Octopunch. He's like, oh, they're gonna be like 5mm pegs all over this thing. I'm like, I kind of don't want that. I'm like,
Right,
I kind of want only like maybe one or two somewhere.
Yeah, he's saying
he said the
in the tentacles. They're in the tentacles.
Yeah.
Well, that's what he's saying, and I don't want to see big 5mm holes all over the tentacles. Like, I want to see maybe one or two. You know, like if you have like 3 or 4 on one tentacle.
Well, they're gonna work it into little suckers, and so you like where it has little suction cups you could plug weapons in.
Yeah,
I don't think they're gonna be like
5mm is an awfully big hole to put on a little part 4 times. So.
But do we know how big these are gonna be?
6 inch.
6 inches.
Oh.
How about deluxe class?
Yeah, and remember, he said the heads are to go with your, existing action figures out there. So
no, I look at this post-infection ancient astronaut, and I'm thinking every sicko out there who owns like those anime like Revolvo-Tech figures of female characters.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry, Miss Anakin. We found out me. I'm ancient astronaut guy. Time for a porno.
All of a sudden, all those fans of like Japanese tentacle porn are like, finally.
They're like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Moving on to Bad Cube. We've already seen all of this shit. So
this is.
Did you pick those up though?
No, did you?
They didn't feel bad. They didn't feel like something I'm going to buy.
Well, my beef with them is aesthetics.
I've been watching reviews on them, and I could be convinced on Backland, but I just don't want to pay the money. So
no,
I dug them, but I'm not really that into them. So
I know. I'm just saying they don't feel bad. Like they feel like a lot better quality than Huff.
Yeah. Well, that's been their kind of their shtick is that this isn't that,
Yeah.
From pretty much from Jump Street, the Ohm Nagonics or whatever we've seen.
Silver, that looks sick.
It does look good. It does look good. I'm in if they put up a pre-order.
Yep.
Shapeshift Inc. is a bunch of legends. Antoine, you happy?
Oh yeah. Shapeshift Inc. with their Batman symbol and their downsized knockoff Starscream.
I mean, the Seekers look great. It's just I don't need them.
You could get Power Master Prime and Ultra Magnus.
Ultra Magnus looks fantastic with the silhouette wise. I mean.
Yeah, whatever.
TFC's Ares. And
then they got the whole Combaticon thing, which we just need to see a little bit more than art. TFC, we got. Oh, okay. So First Aid.
Yeah. Wow.
I like it.
I really like it. I love the ambulance mode. I think it looks pretty solid.
I like it a lot.
Oh.
I like
both modes.
I like the.
Great.
I love the robot mode. I love how
really?
I do. I really do.
This is TFC.
You don't like
right?
it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might have to get this from IDW shelf.
Yeah, it looks IDW-ish.
This I think is this set in general. I think TFC's actually been knocking the heads of the individual bots out of the park so far.
Out of the park, especially in comparison to what they've done in the past.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I really like this. If I'm gonna be nitpicky about anything, and it might just be how big his shins are, his thighs look really, really tiny in there. But that's just nitpicking for the sake of nitpicking.
And I still I agree with you. They are super disproportionate. It's a little like Pat Lee-ish. And I say that to say this. I'm not anti-Pat Lee. I'm not that guy. But
hey, Bobby.
Yeah.
If it was Pat Lee-ish, he wouldn't have feet.
Yeah, he just beat blocks.
I'm not the anti-Pat Lee guy. I know everybody is. I'm not.
He would be behind something else.
I like Pat Lee's work. I like how super dramatic a lot of it looks, even though it doesn't make sense. Like when you start to break down the lines and everything, and you remove arms, and you realize that the body would make sense. I get it. I totally get it. I'm just saying I like it.
Can we move on to something that doesn't make sense to me? Blades. Yeah. All right, Blades is by far, I think, the weakest of what we've seen so far. I mean, he's kind of got a really squashed. I assume it's a Black Hawk type helicopter mode. It looks similar to a Black Hawk.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely squashed, and the robot mode, I hate the way
it's just funny looking.
Yeah,
a ton of shit above his hips. You know what I mean? It's just
wow. Look at all that.
Yeah, by far, this is if I display these guys in robot mode, he'll be on a flight stand in the back in helicopter, because that at least looks better than the robot. The robot, So he's got like shoulders, then he's got like a neck, and then like a second neck. You know, like
right.
like it wouldn't look so bad if his head was bigger. Maybe, you know, like if his head was.
Yeah, he's got like a total
twice the
pinhead
size,
going on
yeah.
there, and
I don't know.
If there's one thing I know for sure is that this guy was definitely designed with everything but this mode in mind.
Yeah, and let me say, once again, the head sculpt, in my opinion, nails
It's
it.
spot on. It's spot on.
It's just too small for this body. So.
Yeah, it's very.
Wow, he's just...
There's too much going on with this guy.
At least you could take the propellers off. That's a plus.
Yeah. You know, actually, I think if you did the head double the size, or well, maybe 1.5 times, I don't know. If it was bigger than it is, it might not look so ridiculous. I think the head just makes it look. Everything looks really weird because of it. So.
Two more things I'd like to add to this is this guy definitely could spend to add another fucking leg day to his regime.
Sure.
And two, he was definitely not designed by anybody named C No Kibble.
Mm-hmm.
Outside of that, I can't say too much about it.
It's like he's got a tit behind his head.
You know why didn't they? Why didn't they make it so that like neck piece can even just push down to make it less awkward or something? Like I don't know, it's weird. I don't like this one. No.
And then you see combine mode. Which
God damn, he does have a tip behind his hand.
Yeah, look at that.
That's
Must
a
be
big-ass
cold
nipple,
over
man.
there.
Moving on
That's
to Giga Power.
Lickable.
Gigapasser. I mean power.
It looks good. I mean, it's just.
Every time I see it, it looks less good to me, in my opinion.
He's shiny
I'm with
as
Fans
hell.
Toys.
I'm with Vans Toys. The face doesn't look as good to me anymore as it's previously looked. I don't know.
Did we lose?
Yeah,
We lost Greg. I'm getting
to go back to what we had before, where I think it was Antoine asked if we didn't have Fans Toys, would we be on Gigapower? Yeah, probably. You know, I probably would be. But as it stands, like if I were Gigapower, I'd just be like, well, it was a good run. Let's go for it. So, I mean, really, you honestly, at this point, I would do that. Like, I wouldn't waste any more money making Dinobots.
Yeah.
I would focus my attentions on something that's not out there yet.
Yeah, and if these were like, the same size as Fans Toys, like if they stood eye to eye, but these are going to be bigger than Fans Toys, right?
Just a little bit, I think. Actually, not necessarily like an enormous amount.
So why is there one smaller one bigger one?
I think that's positioning.
And I think maybe just photoshopping two of them next to each other.
But like, if these were like the same size as the Fans Toys ones, and they did like the Monster Bots, I would go in on those.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. I mean, and that would be like a smart solution is to retool this into the Monster Bot. Honestly, and make a masterpiece Monster Bot and corner the market on that at this point.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Bold forms. Now we got to see this up close. I think the Megatron, what everybody say, is pretty much dead in the water at this point.
Yeah.
Well, this is what I want to say about this one. When I saw this in the case, I was much more impressed with it than the pictures in the third-party panel.
Likewise.
But what's coming later made me drop my interest.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
Right.
So this guy was MP10 size, huh?
Yeah, he's like a C hair shorter.
Oh,
yeah, it's really close. So.
Well, when they said when they showed a picture and it was MP10, like I was looking at Bobby and I was trying to get his attention. I was like, psst. I didn't want to disturb anyone. I was trying to get my thumbs up because he'd been waiting to see that shit. And then by the time I got like to where it was quiet enough to get his attention, they showed something else that'll come later. Yeah. But Bobby, I was trying to like give you a little nod.
So image 99 here, 99 of this 267. I hope we don't go through all of them. What is that? They're like, yeah, you could take some stuff and make something that doesn't mean anything.
So it should be.
What is it?
It should be a meme that says "and this."
Perceptor mode? Is that what this is? Like, I don't know. I don't get it.
I guess Megatron was always the microscope he wanted to be. It's even got the focus. No, never mind.
I do like the Motor Master.
Yeah, he was much more impressive in person than I anticipated. I might be getting this one.
Yeah, I think I am too. I'm
Even if I don't get the rest of the Stunticons, I just like the Motor Master.
Yeah.
So.
He looks good. There's there's little pieces on the hips that kind of.
Good God, he's big. Jeez.
But yeah, he's a big boy.
You know what figure needs?
I'm sorry to go back. The both for Megatron, is that like is it like the same size as maybe Jetfire, or bigger?
He's about the same size as Jetfire, yeah. Jetfire's leader class. Yeah, he's about Jetfire's like a hair shorter than MP10, so yeah, he's about the same size as Jetfire.
Oh, so okay, cool.
But yeah, it's
Yeah, Antoine's like pre-ordered motherfucker.
No, get it. I'm going.
And then from Toy World, they showed Grimlock, which I think looks dumb. Personally.
Really?
I do.
I'll be the judge of that. Let's see here. Oh,
I think it looks closer to those TFC knockoff things than Grimlock.
I don't particularly care for the dinosaur mode. There's something about all the crap hanging on the back I don't like.
I'm looking at his Grimlock, and it's kind of like a downscaled MP version of him.
The robot mode.
In the robot mode, like the dinosaur mode's like hurting.
Right. Right. Yeah, and it's the thing they said on at the convention. They said that you can see his quote unquote combiner mode crap all over his back. Like, and that's exactly why I don't want it to combine. Like, I don't need this stuff hanging off his back, and especially if this ends up like, so the centerpiece there, that has to be what, like the crotch plate or something.
Pelvis, yep.
Yeah.
So that's not going to be silver, right?
Exactly.
That's going to have to be a different color. So this Grimlock's going to just look ridiculous in color, in my opinion. So,
what did they call him? What was his name? It was like a pun on or it was a play on that he was the torso. It's not Grimlock. It's
Corlock or something
Corlock.
like that.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Corlock. That's it. There was a cool, that's so clever. Oh, we love you.
Yeah, I'm like, pass.
I'm just not sold.
Can we go back to one thing?
This set would be appealing to me more if they didn't because I'm convinced that like a lot of these prices you get for these figures has some of it's got to do with that fucking packaging. I mean, they overdid it more. Like, you don't need that big-ass box, a chunk full of styrofoam that looks like you ordered something, and I'm quoting Pia, something from the Omaha Steak Club. I mean, it's unnecessary, man. It's like if they would to just drop the fucking, fancy packaging and say, and give it like a fucking Toy World Hegemon, it'd probably be more adequately priced and it would have my interest.
I'm telling you, $60 a shot on these Dinobots, and I think you would have cleaned house.
Oh, yeah. You would have cornered that market easily.
Make them classics in size and, scaled price-wise with, your classics third-party stuff. And, easily you would sell out these things. But, you went for a stupid combiner gimmick and all that crap, which is just the wrong choice. So,
as far as that packaging, like the Oscar, like I think they misused that. Because, like, when I got Grant and opened him up and he was in that styrofoam tray, I was like, oh, man, it feels like I'm really, it feels like I'm opening up a G1, like, Fort Max. You know what I mean? Like,
you're going for, appeal, but still they could have downscaled
that was nostalgia. That was nostalgia.
Yeah.
But the fucking Dinobots didn't have that shit, so the Dinobots don't need that shit.
Yeah.
Like, the only figures that came in a styrofoam tray were the big motherfuckers.
Yep. Or the gift sets for combiners and shit.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. They don't need to do that shit for the individual. But just to go back, I was trying to say, and then Meg asked a question about the Megatron. Do you know what that God damn it, I'm fucking myself up. That Motor Master needs to make him perfect? About a half a truck worth of fucking kibble, guns hanging all of them, like Diesel did, and then he's perfect.
Yeah, while we're here, let's get to slag. Once again, same.
Yeah. No, that's an ugly ass robot mode.
This one's the opposite. Exactly. This one, the robot mode. I don't like what they did with the Triceratops head, unless you can like bring it down. But I'm okay with the dinosaur mode. You know what I mean? It's like
I saw Fan Projects Kubar, and I love both modes on him. I just this thing. I look at this and it's just like why do you hate me? When that fucking Dino Star Combiner slag looks so much better than this. And that's saying a lot. It's absolutely, wow. Jesus. Fucking Toy World, finish your goddamn Throttlebot Combiner before you go showing this shit around.
Here.
Now, I need to ask you guys a question about this next picture. So
Wait. Before we go on to the next one, with respect to the Throttlebot Combiner, did anyone notice TF Source had some of those prototypes there too? And they look like they're like the furthest thing away from being done.
Of
Like,
course, because they're too busy
the
selling
Bumblebee.
fucking Dinobots.
Yeah, like, come on, man. Just finish these things.
They had the gold bug?
They did, yeah.
Yeah, they had the gold bug there. I
It should be in one of your pictures that I took for you.
Oh, I'll have to look back through them.
Yeah,
Awesome.
it honestly looked like a knockoff, Dollar Tree.
Wasn't it like in red
Christmas
or something like
gift
that?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Yeah. Because I looked at that like, is that shit fake?
Yeah, it looked horrible. It was for something that they've shown so much of. How did it have so little presence?
Right.
Those are busy selling fucking Dinobots.
Okay.
So now that you guys were there, so there was this is the, what was it called again? Grant. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Now this thing, like, first I saw photos of this when you guys were there, and I thought this was like a fucking prototype with big long red arms like that.
Yeah.
Why is there a $2,000 price tag slashed at $119.99?
Because that's what it costs to get Grand. Yeah, the real Grand Max is at least 2,000. So,
and the reason he has long red arms is because he comes with a sticker sheet, because it's an homage to the old school toy. Plus, if you notice, the price on Grant was lower than the price on the Fort Max one because of the paint versus the stickers. And plus, they wanted to mindfuck everybody that bought Grant, because I was organizing an angry mob because my sticker sheet wasn't cut.
Oh no!
And just to throw this out, and I don't want to fuck up Justin's, Justin getting a sponsor, because Justin wants to be sponsored by everybody. So all the reviewers do. I don't want to piss anybody off. That's my point. I don't want to piss anybody off. I didn't mean to just say Justin's name. But I went down there, and the guy who was working for them, and it was just a guy helping them out. But I was like, man, my sheet's not cut. And he was like, yeah, nobody's was. And I'm like, oh, cool. So I'll just email you next week and, work on getting one. He was like, what do you mean? I was like, well, get another sheet from, when this Toy World sends them. He's like, Toy World's not going to send more sheets. There aren't going to be any more. You just need to cut those out with scissors or a knife. And I'm like, I looked at him. He's like, it's not that big of a deal. And I'm like,
motherfucker.
Excuse me, motherfucker. Excuse me, Mr. Motherfucker. That is it is a big deal. And he just looks at it like I'm a fucking dick. And I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. So I know it wasn't a TF Source employee proper, but you got people
it's
fucking
still
representing your company.
Yeah, it's still a representative of your company. So
exactly.
Yeah.
Hasbro wouldn't do that.
Also, and if anybody is
paint or stick,
out of nowhere, Hasbro wouldn't do that.
You're right, Matt. What they would do is they'd say, "Oh, the stickers are messed up. Send the figure back.
Yeah,
and we will send you something of comparable value
if we have it in stock."
It might be an Orion. It might be a Grant. We can't guarantee. It might be a Throttlebot. I don't know.
Fuck this Tuesday morning shit, man. Come on now.
All right, now
we've got plenty of bumblebees here.
I have a review going up on this on Friday, and I can say he's the furthest away from Tuesday morning thing you possibly could have. So yeah, it's really well done by Toy World. In all honesty, it has two base modes: the G1 style, and then some. Let's fold his legs a different way and call it a base, which
is he a headmaster?
It's not that impressive, but
yes, he's a headmaster.
Yes,
but he's not a double headmaster. If he was a double headmaster, then I would be super impressed.
Mm-hmm.
But he's a basic headmaster. That's cool.
He is, and he even has, and one of the cool, and Greg showed me this, and I was like, "Whoa, that's awesome!" They incorporated the stat dial on him. You put the headmaster in, and he has a red, blue, and green bar underneath his chest. So pretty awesome.
Only thing missing is a couple of little plug-in radar dishes. He doesn't have a sword, and there's no pretender shell,
and
which I could see a third
chest
party
of him.
I'll tell you what he doesn't need: any more fucking guns. I counted like fucking 14 on this guy popping out of him.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus. I see this, and I want to know, when's the Overlord figure coming?
I don't know. Please make that happen.
I'd be in for
Toy World.
Well, Matt, I'm still with Mastermind for that one. But yeah.
Well, Mastermind, all of their IDW style shit look really nice.
Oh yeah.
Even that Turmoil you bet broke. That all looks really good. I'm not going to get Turmoil, but I'm definitely going to get. I'll probably get it. Fuck, you know me. I say shit and then I end up buying it.
You'll definitely get Turmoil.
But I'm getting an impactor from that motherfucker, and I'm getting that goddamn Nova Prime. Like, all that shit looked fucking good. And Vox?
Yeah.
Oh, all that shit looked good.
Let's skip ahead to slide 137.
Wait. I don't want to skip to 137 because I want to know, is DMY telling us we're dummies if you buy their stuff? And what is on 121? What is that? What? Like,
I don't know.
What are they selling at 121? I have no clue what that is.
Looks like the Energon Combiner upgrade kit for the upgrade kit. So
Okay.
Yeah, judging by the artwork, it looks a lot like the Energon Aerialbot Combiner. So
Okay.
You can try even harder to make him look fucking more like a third-party toy, but you're not going to happen.
Okay. Well, and in any case, this company is making a bunch of upgrades for things that I think are too little, too late, like pieces for Transformers Prime Megatron, and the Prime Ultra Magnus, the one that wasn't actually Ultra Magnus in the show, and too little, too late.
The massive penis for fucking double dealer there.
Yeah, so I guess you're a dummy if you order into this. Okay, well, on to what you were saying, Bobby.
137.
Okay.
KFC's Wreck-Gar.
Crash Hog.
Crash Hog.
Okay, let me say, I adore 138, slide 138, where they called him Sanford.
I was waiting for Sun, man. I was waiting for Sun.
Yeah.
The wasted opportunity is that I think that Wreck-Gar should have been Sanford and one of the Warriors should have been Sun.
Oh, yeah. That would have been sweet.
They should have named him after all of Sanford and Son
Now,
characters.
these look really fun. Really fun. But they sit there and I forgot who posted this as, you looking for a new troop builder? These are them. And it's like, yeah, but I'm not into that whole like $80, $90 troop builder set.
No. Yeah. Who fucking troop? Only Bobby does that shit. Who fucking does that? Here we go.
If they sold them in a set of 3 for $100, I'd troop build them.
Oh yeah,
that might be worth it. But who's going to troop build at fucking $90 a pop?
All right, but let me be honest. I kind of hate the motorcycle mode. I really don't like it. I don't think
the top end looks a little I don't know. The Sanford, he looks.
Yeah, it looks like I'm supposed to just look at it and be like, okay, it's a motorcycle because it has 2 wheels. I need to just accept this. So. And the spikes on the wheels are a good touch, but
how's that going to stand up?
Being able to take them off is a better option because, yeah, this thing's gonna, the little tiny spikes on the wheels just seem like something that's...
Yeah, I see your review now. I got Sanford here in vehicle modes. Go ahead and roll them. Feels great. Let's go ahead and give it back up.
Let's go ahead and get back there.
And the thing
Same thing for
gonna be sharp too.
What'd you say, Antoine?
I said the thing on the wheel gonna be sharp too. So
yeah. If it's anything like
I'd worry more if Planet X made it. That was the case. You fucking drawing blood just trying to transform the motherfucker. But I mean, they're like robot wise, aesthetically, they look fucking amazing. Robot.
Yeah,
look.
I like the look.
I mean, the face on Sanford looks like the designer just gave up. Was like, fuck it, I'm gonna give him a mouth plate. There we go.
Yeah. He's a Junkion. He can look like whatever.
Yeah,
What kind of killed me was the one Junkion that I always liked from the movies was the one with the visor, and like nobody wants to do that one. It's like
Junkie
do that.
Wasn't that
Junkie? I guess so.
It's really weird too because shut up. It's really weird. Like, all these like various Junkions, like they're ripe for everybody making their own interpretation, and like. Everybody selling one, because everyone has a different interpretation. You troop build it by buying different ones, and who cares that they look a little bit different? They're Junkions. So, yeah, I don't know. But to not put that guy in the little visor guy, like, disappointment. I'd buy him.
Yeah. And then we got a Transistor from KFC.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I hate the metallic paint, the metallic red. Everybody's like, oh, it looks great. I really do not like metallic red.
I liked it.
You hate America, then. You are.
I do. Bobby, you can hate the metallic red, too, because he was never metallic red in the TV show, and that's your big sticking point is that's how he was in TV. And
yeah, well, I don't know. That to me, like...
No.
That to me doesn't... That's not like a big thing.
No.
Stop it.
No. No, you can't back out on this. No.
Well, I like metallic paint. And like, I like metallic. I don't know. It's not like
Soundwave?
What?
Doesn't the Masterpiece Soundwave have that little metal fleck in the paint?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it kind of matches.
No.
It's similar. And it felt solid. They let me actually like take it out of the case and like play with it. Like it felt good.
So did Matt.
What? And there's your title.
Like something that I like, you're deflecting to change the subject about me holding that penis in my hand.
What would you compare it to?
Wow, dude.
Greg.
I just pictured that. Why?
Greg, what would you
I'm waiting
compare
for
it to?
before everybody jumps all over me because it felt good. What do you mean what would it compare to?
You don't know what I mean?
No. I'm saying like what do you mean? What would it compare it to? Like what?
When you held it, like weight wise and like you know what I mean, like feel wise. Like, where would you put
Hexatron or something else that like a legitimate
is Hexatron? Because Hexatron doesn't have to have hollow parts to accommodate the transformation. Because
so
you know how the leg.
What I'm asking you is not what it does not, but I'm saying like would you compare it to Soundwave?
Yeah, it's got kind of the same heft to Soundwave.
Because all I know is I picked up that prototype and it felt like a piece of shit.
Well, that was the super thin prototype plastic.
Right? I agree.
You picked up that turbo
prototype. That's why I really wanted to pick this one up. That's why I'm trying to get a frame of reference.
Look at that face sculpt. That's some sick shit.
Well, and that's why I thought you would go in there and ask him if you could play with it too. And I was like, hey, let me hold it.
You told me that way at the end. I think you told me that after the show was over.
That was Saturday. When was the panel?
Saturday.
Sunday.
Yeah, that was Saturday. I told you as soon as I came back. Actually, that was before the panel.
No. When you told me you touched them, it was after we weren't even in the convention.
Yeah, I did because we were sitting at the tables, and Ben was sitting there, and he was like, "Oh, but did it feel good?"
It had to have been after Saturday because I didn't hear that you had touched it at all.
You weren't there. You were off. You were
off.
off.
I'm gonna have editing this. This is uncanny. Just saying.
Yeah, whatever. Let's move on. But there's nothing that springs to mind as something that you would compare it to.
You just asked me if it had the same heft to Soundwave, and I said, yeah. You said,
yeah, kind of, sort of. Just
listen.
I don't have Soundwave in one hand. I didn't have that in the other fucking hand to like gauge the similarities. But yeah, I mean, it had about the same weight. Like it felt the same. Like it felt good. It felt good enough that I'm probably gonna end up picking it up. I think the accessories it comes with are stupid, and I think the fucking tapes suck. But somebody will make those tapes. Those tapes will happen. Even if Hasbro or Takara makes them, the tapes will happen.
I might pre-order it then.
I really like the looks of this guy. I just wish I could get him in a slightly different paint job. That's all. I might get him too because I do like Citizen Stack, and you know, like if he's built like that, I'm in.
With TF Source because it was with TF Source, so I canceled it because I was turned off by that shit. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait and start seeing like the feedback coming through before I buy it.
Well, he's cheaper than I realized he is. He's only $140.
Exactly. But I mean, like I said, I got to handle it, but I didn't like transform it and like throw it against the wall and toss it up in the air and do a bunch of shit. Like the hands. Here's the thing about the hands that got me. Like it's got those articulated fingers, but shut up. And you know those articulated hands. Everybody's like they suck. They like the ones they made for the MP10 or whatever. It's like they don't hold the gun. So they actually went and put the notches and shit. So it holds the gun. Like the dude was like, look at this, and he opened all the fingers, splayed them out, stuck the gun in the notch, and was like shaking it, and like the gun stayed in the hand. Like they've I mean, it's a quality build. Like it's not loose. Like it is. Like when I shook it.
Penis?
When I shook it, I told you.
Sorry, it's gonna keep going.
A couple eggs rolling around together. It didn't work. Like when I shook the thing, it wasn't loose. So, I mean, we'll see. I want to wait and get some feedback from people that actually like transformed it, because you never know. It might feel great, and then like there's this one part that snaps the fuck off.
Yeah, I will give them props for the inclusion of both heads, the cartoon and the toy. So there you go. It's such a simple add-on to put on both of them. So.
Yeah, my point is though, you can't trust like the prototype, like the fucking prototype they showed us that we're not supposed to talk about or take pictures of Fans Project. We can talk about. Well, yeah, but you know what I'm saying. Like they were like, shut the door, nobody take pictures, put your phone away.
I think we need to talk about this when we get there, though. That thing. That's
And they pick it up. They start picking it up, and it's like falling apart. Like it's the same thing. You can't compare a prototype to the finished product.
No, I know that. That's why I was asking about the one that you.
I know. Sorry, I wasn't being angry. I just
X-Transbots.
X-Transbots Scourge. This is an MP size.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in.
And it looks really good, yeah.
I'm in.
I'm
Yeah.
in.
I'm in.
And then it looks like they're doing a Power Glide and a Cosmos and
There you said the mini series will continue. So
a Beachcomber.
from this picture we get Huffer. Brawn and Outback, Beachcomber, Windcharger.
Wow.
What's the other one? Tailgate. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
So
interested to see
Ollie?
how they do that.
Ollie's out. I got my. I just took him out of the box today. So I don't have an opinion yet on him. But
You already break already?
not yet.
Give it time.
And then what I think is the big reveal is Megatron. And there's 3 sweeps in the upper left-hand corner and Cyclonus.
Yeah.
Which I'm guessing is going to be an MP scaled Cyclonus from X-Transbots as opposed to KFC's Tempest. Which I'm guessing. I don't. That's
That
just...
Tempest was small.
Image 175 is a scene from Greg and Matt's room over the weekend.
171 also has 2 Cyclonuses and 3 sweeps. So like it just seems like why would they put that with Megatron? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I think it's just their way of teasing what they're working on.
But that's what I'm saying is that they're definitely working on it.
Yeah.
And this I've already pre-ordered this.
Yep, me too. The gun mode looks real good.
Yeah, I really wish this wasn't X-Transbots that was making this. I really
I know it worries me so much because they make such weird design decisions on certain things.
And how much is this retailing for?
$150.
Less than you would expect it to be for the price. Considering
less than a $200 gold Megatron.
Yeah.
It's got die-cast barrel. I think they said the back, so I don't know if it means the back barrel or I would assume it means the back barrel, but maybe to balance it.
It looked like the back barrel was die-cast.
But the waist and the feet, so it's spread out to the point where it's like, I mean, it would be balanced.
It's got the whole, I don't know what it would be. It's not really a silencer, an extended barrel with the
Yep. Which pretty much almost looks like an upscale G1 knockoff.
It really does. But, whatever. I mean...
Yeah. I'm with you.
There's not much more you can do with that. But, I mean, honestly, it looks good. It looks really good at this point. So I just hope that the X-Transbots quality I've grown to love, quote unquote, doesn't disappoint me.
Agreed.
So, hey, what's in the background of picture 176? Is that, what is that? It looks like it's like a hot rod, almost.
Oh, is that turbo?
No, I
No,
don't.
that's a Rodimus.
Looks like MP Rodimus.
It does look like a Rodimus.
Yeah, it doesn't. Okay, I guess it could be the MP.
Yeah, because there's Grimlock and there's Soundwave too.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, interesting. But yeah, this looks good. I like it. I'm in.
So who's all in on this? Justin, myself,
Yep.
I'm in.
Antoine.
I am. This
Awesome.
will end the search.
Greg?
I'm gonna wait and see what people say when it comes out.
Matt?
I just pre-ordered right now.
I was pre-ordering mine. Hell, third party.
I will say that I hate...
It is what, 150?
Well, no, I'm just getting ready to talk about that. It is like $149.95 on TF Source and $149.99 on Chosen Prime, which are like the 2 places that give you free shipping at $150, which irks my fucking nerves.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
I'm thinking if you get it
Way
from
to go,
Chosen
Brendan.
Prime, I think he'll charge you an extra penny so you get free shipping. I don't think he's going to tell you.
Maybe if you got a report, it seems really purposely priced.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Hedrobots, you guys blew through those there early.
Yeah, no, render form. We've talked about all that stuff. Talked about all this.
Now we're going to Mastermind Creations Kamatas.
Mastermind Create. Yeah, that's Turmoil. That's the one I almost broke.5we've seen this before, so still love it. Still, it looks great in person. It looks very imposing, as Oscar would say. It's like it has a presence.
God,
Yep.
I can't believe they made the chair. That is awesome.
I love the chair, but I question their decision on Image 206. Like, really,
That girl.
really.
It's Japan. Come on.
Yeah.
It's their thing, okay? Girls die all the time in an electric chair.
And let's go through the slides. He's been upscaled to 7 inches tall from 6.25, so his alt mode can work better as a shock chair to his clients, which is like a 12-year-old girl.
And some arms.
Yeah. So see, there you go, Oscar. Now we got the tentacle
Now you
port
got the tentacle port.
attached to the chair. There you go.
You can not only sit her down, but you can rip her.
Yeah. There we go. Next slide. 208 to meet their needs.
Oh yeah! Wow, they are getting dark.
But I love that they're doing the DJD. I can't express it in human language enough.
There's Failsaber there.
Yep. And
Saber with whatever.
I'm really tempted.
I like Tigress. He's my favorite one out of the entire Far Rex set, so I'm in for this guy.
I pre-ordered it again. I like I like the little gauntlet helmet for Tiger mode thing, so you can give him the Pretender shell thing. Like, I really like that.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that was enough to tip me over the edge.
Voss looks great in person.
Yep. Totally. Does anyone want to tell the story, or did we tell that on the live show for the?
We told it on the live show.
Okay, go see the live show.
Yeah, go watch the live show.
Man, that shit broke my heart.
Especially on YouTube.
Yes, please do.
It's pretty entertaining.
What's your Hexatron Continuum series? Is that like more stuff for Hexatron, or just like another repaint, or what is it?
That's the G1-esque repaint with like it was like chrome and like a different head, and it's just like another milking of the mold. This is what the 4th version of Hexatron.
Yep.
Well, fast forward past that.
HID.
This lockdown.
Whatever.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Now I don't know. I got to look up what Lockdown looked like in animated. But what are they going after here?
It's not animated.
Just a unique take on Lockdown.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a kind of a unique take with an amalgam to everything. I mean, you got that movie, the green mono eye thing.
Yeah,
You got the stupid ass face gun, and I want to, really point out how stupid the face gun is. I actually don't know about this figure yet, personally. Like, I saw this and I'm not sold on it yet because I need to see what he does. Like, just Lockdown by himself doesn't do enough for me.
Yeah.
The weapons cabinet thing with the faces, like the collection of faces, that is kind of cool. I don't need it, but it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
He looks small too, so hopefully it'll be reasonably priced, just like Azalea. So
yeah, this needs to be something that Lockdown interests me, though. I can't comment either way really right now.
I wonder what it turns into.
I'm sure it's some kind of Cybertronian thing. There's no way it's any reasonable looking car. So I don't see any wheels anywhere on him.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
I like the colors.
Yeah, well, I mean, Lockdown's a cool character. I do like Lockdown. I think the head on what is it, Image 223, I think he looks pretty good. The head looks pretty good. I don't think it looks as good on any of the other images, though. Like 221, that side view, I don't really like it as much there.
Yeah.
But
let's skip ahead to 232. And they say they're making a masterpiece scaled Mirage.
Yeah.
Yep.
And none of us are quite sure if we're buying that. And it says it's coming Q1 2015, which I know for sure I'm not buying.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys saw that AC Toys interview that they had with MMC,
yes.
They're talking about going into Masterpiece, sort of. Well,
yeah, but they were talking about Masterpiece from with a fucking Studio Ox look, right?
Yeah.
And this doesn't look Studio Ox-ish to me.
This got a big reaction at the con too, if I recall right. Like, people got excited, and I was like, I don't know if this is actually happening.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I don't.
No.
None of this 3D model shows anything that transforms, in my opinion. Like, nothing on it looks like it moves. Maybe the Satane's 26 on the side, but nothing else. There's no like obvious panel marks or anything. So yeah.
Are we being trolled?
I think we are. I honestly do. I don't think this is coming.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
We're being trolled.
Mastermind has a history of doing this, so you know, we're gonna tease something, make you think it's coming out, and you'll never hear from it again.
Shockwave, yeah.
Shockwave, Perceptor, Brainstorm, Overkill. To be quite honest, I mean Overlord.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway,
Planet X.
Planet X reveals Snarl on Slab 238.
I hate his tail.
You hate? See, I like his tail.
I hate his tail.
I think it's too little, too late. They look silly.
Yeah, I think it's too little, too late.
Look, image 239. His ass is sticking way up in the air, and then the tail looks ridiculously stupid coming off of it, and then it looks horrible in robot mode. It's not good.
I don't like it in robot mode, but I do like it in dinosaur mode. I like how fucking dangerous it looks. And since it's Planet X, it'll probably really literally
be dangerous. Yes.
You can murder someone with that. So.
But yeah, I mean, I think it looks better than their sludge.
Can we move forward to Toy World? Maketoys, which had my favorite reveal outside of that Megatron.
The tailgate.
Yep.
That is
rear end.
In bot mode is slide 254, and that is a fucking beaut.
I love his little crying face.
I know.
I love the fact that he's coming with bonus legs, so he has ripped off legs at the knees. Like, God, someone absolutely loves this series. You know, and honestly, I'm still in the camps of I don't really care about Swerve in this mode, but this is making me really want Swerve in this mode just to have this little set of really comic book accurate toys. Like, even though they don't really fit what I'm trying to do with my collection, I'm okay with a little collection of these guys. So.
Yeah, we don't know.
Go ahead.
We don't know for sure this is in a 2-pack, right? This could be a single release.
Yeah.
With extra added stuff, because obviously they're giving us a little more than they do with Swerve. Because there's 2 extra heads and there's different legs and whatever. Yeah. So maybe they're not just going to make another stupid. Because you're like, well, who could they remold it into? And we were like, Wind Charger. I don't know if I want that. Yeah, and so maybe they're making an effort to try to get a little bit of money to justify it being a single figure. But it's like shit we want.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And that fucking crying face. Oh my God, I was so excited. I probably made a little girl noise when I saw it.
This is where my love for More Than ECI kind of takes over my reasoning for collecting. But I am going to pass on the X-Transbots Masterpiece tailgate and get this tailgate instead to represent tailgate in my collection.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I'm perfectly okay with it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Fans Project. Right.
I'm proud of you, Bobby.
Yeah, it's just one of those things where even though he's that small, it still kind of feels right because you see him as being that small in the books, kind of in your heart anyway, and it's
so well done. It's so well done too.
And it's really the only tailgate that I have a connection to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fans Project didn't reveal much, which is kind of a shocker.
One thing I want to point out is Q-Bar, who was at the con when the gold chrome and stuff. I'm glad to see the actual release looks like he's getting a red chest. So
yeah,
new chest.
Yep.
I wasn't a big fan of that. Yeah,
looking sharp.
Yep. But we'll talk about slide 266.
Well, do we want to start on 266 or do we want to start on the Skull Cruncher? Because this is the first time we've seen his bot mode pictures, right?
No. No, this is the first time we've seen him clean like this, but we saw the Singapore show, I think, or some other show they had. It might have been Toronto.
Okay.
Maybe. Yeah, I mean,
the bot mode looks pretty good. I do like the alligator mode with his little whatchamacallums, the crushers in his jaw. I think that's a pretty cool little touch that they added.
Yep.
But okay, we can go 266.
Monstructor.
So,
God, what a travesty this was in person. So.
Yes. So they and not because it didn't look good, but because we couldn't tell if it looked good or not. So they said they closed the doors at TFCon at the third party panel, and they said no pictures, no photography, no nothing. Don't look at it, don't touch it, don't sneeze at it.
I don't get that. Yeah.
And they said the reason why was because it was in prototype stages, and it wasn't a clean figure, and they didn't want it to be misrepresented, basically.
Right. Now, let's also point out that because of said no photograph, no whatever, blah, 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 this is an extraordinarily hot room with, 100 people in it? Maybe more? I don't know. How many would you say are in it? So the only people who got to see it are, first 4 rows, because everybody's standing. You can't see anything. People in the back are like, can you hold it up? They're like, no.
It feels like they should have given you binoculars.
Yeah, it's like, okay, well, how can I, how am I who the guy why do we need to close the door? The guy in the door is not going to see shit from where he's standing, so yeah, I don't know. It's like
now
the lackluster.
A couple things about this. The Triceratops that he's sitting in, that was from the Japanese release, right?
Yeah.
The Japanese.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
the US releases came with the Pretender shells.
Right, but was it a Triceratops also?
I don't remember. He was known as Dino King. I know that. I'm gonna go look it up now.
Right, because I thought they were like monsters. They looked more like monsters in the U.S. And they had the Dino King things in Japan.
The robots were the same. The shells were what made them.
That's what I'm saying.
What made them who they are? Yeah, the shells were different. So they were little cartoony dinosaurs.
They were dinosaurs
in Japan. Yeah, and then with armor. And then, in America, they were the monsters, but the robots were the same.
So
for the
my
most
question
part, same
is,
design.
Are they doing the shells?
It's a good question.
I don't think
because
so.
I'm getting the impression they are from the picture, but I don't know if that's just an implication or not. And if they are doing the shells, does that mean I need to wait for the Monstructor? Because that's the one I want.
That's a good question. That is a very fair question. It doesn't give you an implied feeling of that they're making shells. Personally, I say just leave them out. I don't want to pay for the extra shells. Just give me.
I'm with you. So.
But you're right. If I am paying for one of the releases, I would prefer the U.S. release with the U.S. shells versus the one that I have less draw to. So.
Now, and here's my other question: does this guy form an arm on Monstructor, or is he the body? Looks like he's the body.
Sounds like you should do some research.
He's the body. I can see it.
His arms right near the shoulders there. There's claw things.
Because he kind of looks like a blot.
Should probably just Google this and get it over.
I got the answer taken care of. But he kind of looks like a blot. And if they repainted,
let's see. I'm looking at Monstructor now. So.
And if they repainted that one guy and they kind of had that tongue-in-cheek kind of wool over your eyes transformation of him as Cutthroat, and then they have this guy, and could they get enough repaints out of all this shit they got coming in order to get you a Abominus?
Oh, okay, yeah. This middle guy, he does look a lot like Blot, even the real one. He's very Blot-like. So, yeah.
I
don't think they could make it recolored into Abominus, though. I don't think it would work. So.
Well, no, not this set into Abominus.
Mm-hmm.
But if they had a separate set where they had the one Maketoys guy recolored, they had this guy recolored, they had you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I guess I can see that. I can see that.
But I don't know. I'm excited to see a Monstructor. I just hope they do. If they do the Pretender shells, I hope they do a monster ones too. But I hope they don't do them.
Yeah, I would just rather them again. Just leave them out. If that difference is another $30, just save me $30. These because I'm gonna if these came with the shells, they're coming out for the reviews and they're going right back in their box until I sell the toys or forget that they exist. Yeah. So save me $30 and make me happy.
Anybody else got thoughts on this?
No, I think you covered it all. Good shot.
You know what? If they want to make the Pretender shells, just make me a little vinyl figure, like that, a little 3-inch figure that I can
Yeah.
and be like, oh, there's the shell, whatever. So, because the shells never made any sense anywhere that you had like a transformer stuffed in this like tiny human-sized shell. So yeah, I don't know. Don't need them.
All right. So next are these labels, and we're not sure what these labels are. Right, Greg? Do you know anything about this? Because I know you're kind of tight with the Repro-Label guys.
I wouldn't say I was tight. I'm in the as it were. The Repro-Labels people are like are being weird about this shit. Like I posted a picture, and this is going to lead somewhere. I'm just telling it the where it happened. So I posted a picture of the Marlboro label because of how Hasbro fucking threatened Repro-Labels with like legal action, basically, over that Marlboro or Marlboro set they made, right?
Right.
And now there's an officially licensed set with a Marlboro sticker.
Right.
And I posted it, and I was like, what the fuck's this shit? Well, then, like, I'm getting fucking backlash, and they're like, we don't want these advertised in our group. And I'm like, I'm not advertising it. And it went back and forth. It was really stupid. But then one of the guys was like, did you see that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been paying attention.
Yeah, and then one of the guys was like, well, these aren't officially licensed. They just said it, but it was on the front page of TFW as they're officially licensed out.
Yeah.
And it's got copyright Hasbro on the sheet.
Yeah, and it has like the official logo and all that stuff going on. So
and then that wheeljack, like what was it, a week ago?
Mm-hmm.
Less than a week ago, and that wheeljack set went up real quick today on the Repro-Labels Facebook group.
Yeah. Now
so I don't know.
I don't know if you also saw it, and this also hit the Repro-Labels. I've heard that the quality on these are actually like really low. Like the image that they used is not one that like translates very well. So like the badge for Prowl is all like grainy and stuff like that. Like it's really not a clear, good quality label either. So.
Well, who posted? I haven't been paying attention because I've been busy. I mean, I just got back.
I forget. It was at like 8 a.m. this morning. So I'm probably.
Was it a Repro-Labels guy? Because that's really fun that they let that fucking stay up, but then they deleted my post.
Yeah, no, it was somebody else on Repro-Labels. Again, I don't know if it's still there. It might be gone now, but you could see from the close-up picture that it was a very grainy thing. So I don't know. And it seems weird because and it made me question, like, 'cause I don't know these people in the Repro-Labels group. Like, maybe it is someone in Repro-Labels that's like, look at our stuff that's better. You know, like it could be. It is entirely possible because I don't know any of them. So
yeah. I don't know. I don't. I'm not going to say one way or the other.
Yeah. All I can say is that it's kind of interesting, but honestly, like, in terms of Prowl, none of those stickers are anything I want.
Exactly.
Wheeljack, maybe. I don't know. I'm still happy with the Wheeljack I have. Like, I don't. The thing is I kind of don't like adding stickers because they're things that are easy to rub off later. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, like you get a corner that starts peeling and then that just pisses me off. You know, so it's like I'd rather him stay unlabeled because I think he still looks pretty damn good.
Well, and I agree with you. I like the way, like, I got the smoke screen and he's got like the fake sponsors, like Good Feel tires or whatever. But I got the Repro-Label set and, like, I mean, it was night and day. Like, I tried to explain to Kit, and she just called me a nerd and said I wasted my money. But, like, there's just something about having, like, that extra little bit. Like, it really makes me like the figure more.
Yeah, and you're not wrong. I mean, I really do like Repro-Labels. I put them on a lot of different things, but...
Well, I mean, primarily the sponsor the sponsor logos on these cars that were, like, modeled after...
True, very true.
Actual race cars. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I might get the Wheeljack. I am happy with him as he is, but we'll see. They took that thing off, by the way. I'm looking through their thing, and I'm back to yesterday, and I don't see it anymore. So
if I was to get that other masterpiece Wheeljack, I'll use the Marlboro stuff for that. But that's it.
Yeah, for the exhaust.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah. All right. What's next?
The
Hasbro. So we got Takara's Skywarp, Barricade, and Soundwave. And Skywarp is heartbreakingly $200.
And it's going to come with a cape and a crown. Don't forget, you get your money's worth for that cape and a crown. And no flights.
All I mean,
Yeah,
beautiful.
I'm getting it. I'm still getting it. I don't fucking care.
this
I
kills
know it's a lot. I've paid more. I know. I've paid more for a shittier toy. You know what I mean? Like, I know it's going to be good. I know it's going to look good. And it's going to match. Well, no, it's not going to match because goddamn fucking Thundercracker's Hasbro. Never mind. I'm lighting my torch again. Light my torch again.
I have a spare Thundercracker in my closet who's just waiting for me to get a can of black and silver paint. So I don't know. I don't know if I need this, but what I need is Walmart or Toys R Us to pick this up, and it needs to flop, and I can get it for $30. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Just like my original Skywarp.
I can't do $200, man. Not for another Seeker mold.
It's too much.
My Skywarp's fine. It's not. I mean, it's okay. It'll do.
At this point, haven't they made their money back on this mold? Like, considering that
Exactly.
this is just a tweak of a mold that's already been released 7 times, 6 times, something like that. Like, couldn't you make this thing like $90?
Oscar, as a fellow Seeker nut, where you stand on this?
At first I was down. I pre-ordered, and thankfully I did that on BBTS, so I canceled it. I don't know. It's 200 smackers, and at least you pay 200 smackers. It's this. It's not just a fucking shitty custom from a customizer that wants like $600-700 for it.
Right.
Because he spent X amount of fucking hours on it. So it's I don't know. It's like it's 200. You're gonna get something good with the Takara anyway. But then again, I might get crap. I mean, you never know, especially with the history that mold has had. Well, that's just that mold coming over to the States. But I don't know how that would be executed with Takara.
You know what, Bobby? I think you should find a Masterpiece Thundercracker, and we should have a paint party. We should just buy all the paints we need, and we'll make our Skywarps together.
You can make little crowns out of flowers, and then you can make a hat and then a brooch.
Hell yeah.
A hat. I love it. And then the movie ones. Matt, do you have thoughts on the movie ones?
Too much.
Whoa, they're not pre-ordered?
I got the barricade already.
TFCon has ruined him. He's no longer, all Hasbro. I mean, not an official convention, buying unofficial toys.
Well, I just don't need both of them. I have barricade already.
We understand.
Soundwave, I don't want to pay. I mean, he's, godly amount. He's like almost $100 on eBay. I'm all right. I got the deluxe Soundwave from the movie, so no, this is $150. I think for both of them. No, that's too much.
Yeah, no one else would be interested. Real quick before we go to the final segments of the show, there was I forgot to put it in the notes. There was a Year of the Goat Soundwave, and
I did have it in there, but
file that under who gives a shit.
Yeah, and does anybody give a shit about them, or does everyone else think they suck?
No,
I do.
I haven't even seen it, so.
You give a shit, Matt?
Yeah, I'll get them maybe. I don't know.
Are you serious, man? Why?
Yeah. I don't know, man, because I look at some of y'all choices for third party, and you don't have shit to talk. I'm just talking, man.
Have I ever bought a gold and translucent third party?
Well,
not yet, I guess.
Honestly, and this is not even from a look standpoint, the fact that he's all clear plastic on something that already has teeny tiny joints that people worry about on like hips and stuff, like this is something breaking ready to happen already.
Well, I can tell you it's going to be at Toys R Us, and more than likely they probably will be on sale. They will be for sale. I mean, they'll be on clearance. If I see one on clearance, I'll probably pick it up. I'm not gonna look for it and seek it out. But
if I can get this on clearance, and I mean like super clearance, I may be in simply for the nostalgia of the clear tapes with the labels. Like like that's like super 80s to me, like the clear tapes with labels on them. So
you think this was shelf warm?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it was both of them. That and the Optimus.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow. Really? Wow.
In fact, Matt, if you get this and you want to sell the tapes, let's talk later. So.
All right. I mean, you still can find Starscream, and all that stuff. So, I think these will sit on the shelves too.
Wow.
There was no real time for any sort of discussion, so we're going to do this. We got 3 quick questions from Marcus, and then we're going to do some shout-outs and get out of here. So we're going to do them kind of rapid fire. Actually, it was just 2 questions from Marcus because he asked a lot about what we thought about Chicago, and we've kind of answered that now. So, getting Fans Project Slag, Oscar.
Yes.
Matt.
Yes.
Antoine.
Yep.
Justin.
Yep.
Greg.
Yo.
Getting Fans Project Slag. Did you say no?
I said yo, and then I said no. Well, I was cut off, so I didn't hear the question. I thought we were sounding off. I thought it was like fucking roll call.
Like Optimus
no.
Prime?
I'm not getting it because I didn't get the other two.
Okay.
I'm not in on this.
I'm getting it also, but it might be the last one I get, depending on how it does. And what was your favorite third-party figure revealed at TFCon? Greg.
Well, I'm sorry, you broke up. My favorite reveal?
Yeah.
Is that what you said? Not counting what Matt showed me in the hotel room, I would say it's a tie, man. You know what? I'll be honest with you. Like, fucking Oscar's about to have a fucking stroke over there.
Between Bob Structor and that dick, man, I don't know what I'm thinking.
Yeah, dude, that's a hard one. That's a fucking hard one. Speaking of what Matt showed me in the hotel room. I want to say Guardia, but like I knew I liked Guardia from the get go.
Yeah,
like
this to me is a loaded question because like there almost was nothing we didn't know about already in this third party panel. Like it was,
right. But this has got to be rapid fire because Oscar's got to go and he's hosting the call.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know it was quick. That all happened when I was gone. I'm excited about the instructor, but man, seeing those extra faces for tailgate, man, like the crying face, that really kind of made me excited. Like honestly, I think that was my favorite thing I saw.
Justin,
all right, let's go.
Megatron or tailgate?
Oscar.
I wasn't there, so I guess Megatron.
And Antoine.
You know what it is, Megatron.
Matt.
Legend.
The Skull Cruncher, probably FB. I like that.
Okay, and mine was also a tie with Megatron and tailgate. So yeah, that's that. Shout outs real quick. Everybody that spent time with us at TFCon Chicago. Ben, Justin C, especially, like that dude was super cool. And there was a joke that was made real quick in regard to an entity that we were talking about following on Twitter. That caused a lot of lulls and a few LeMayos, and I will keep that memory with me for some time. The other Justin, James, everybody, Richie, everybody that we got to spend a little bit of time with, shout out to them. Shout out to the Chosen Prime for your pre-order needs and all that kind of stuff. He does free shipping over $150, and you can cancel as need be, within reason. Kuma Styles. Shout out to TJ Duckett, cool dude also, and he has like Azalea picks up. He has a ton of new stuff up, so check his stuff. Iamratchet, same dude, same deals, same qualities, everything's the same there. Third party TF Crashers and Transformer Prototype and Dub K. Shout out to all those guys, and that's
Greg, you want
about
to talk
it.
about that GoFundMe for your friend?
Well, we did discuss it a couple weeks ago, but if you want to give an update, Greg, go ahead.
Well, no, I mean, there's nothing really to update. I mean, it's there, the links and the thing. It's the same thing if you're listening to the show. One of the guys from some of the trading groups has got a grandson that's in dire straits. Actually, technically a daughter who's in dire straits with a grandson who's 5 years old and is dying of cancer, and any help would be appreciated. The link's down below. Check it out. It's self-explanatory. I can't explain it any better than the guy's story on the GoFundMe. So just check it out.
So with that, Oscar, take us out of here.
As always, you can check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, whatever social media outlets are. You can find us there. On Twitter, though, you have to look us up under Shattered, SHATTERD, Cast Uncut, because, we're pro at spelling. So until then, on behalf of me and the other members of the Sinister Six, for the love of Primus, please collect responsibly and be good to yourselves and each other.
You've been shattered.
All right.
God, that felt good.
It did feel good. Oscar, thank you for accommodating him. We'll let you go.
Yes,
Not a problem.